What's the problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool
are.
house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. We're back with MME on a Friday night, early on a Friday night. I'm not sleeping in, Max. Can I get a smash on the like button for being on time somewhat? And thank you, Brian and RJ, for joining us tonight. There's a lot to talk about. I am kind of surprised. Yes, Drogo, how it's going to work is we have the main panel on for the first hour. The second hour is if you contact me, I'll send the link for other people the second hour. So we try to do a little more structured with the panel. See how that goes for a while. Also trying a new time tonight. See if that works. Help the madness spread. Protoss X says Black Adam stole the show. Yes, we're going to get into that. We're actually going to... I'm not going to make this the Grace show. But she has a way that she does better with copyright than anyone else. And I want to see her breakdown. But
she's a little, well, I won't spoil it, but she does pull a Grace in many instances. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wasn't a big fan.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm shocked.
She complained a lot about Black Adam, actually.
What?
Oh, no.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
No. Oh, you spoiled it for me, RJ. You spoiled it for me. So, yes, later on, stick with us, Droga. Later on, I'll send you a link. Or I'll make it on the channel section. Also, I'm thinking about members' mailbag being on Saturdays during the daytime so I can get international viewers. The watcher here. Hans says DC is a snore fest. I don't know about that, Hans. Hey, Jimbo. Hey, Philosophical Pickle. What's up, hoes? I don't know. Are we hoes here?
Yeah.
Boots and
probably.
hose. Boots and hose.
So how's everyone today? How is my pal Brian and RJ doing today?
I am exhausted. I'm very tired, honestly.
Me too.
First day student teaching at a middle school, very rigorous, I will say that much. So it's been a very long day.
Okay, well, you're doing good work there. That's a good field to get into. I think it can be really rewarding. My sister's a teacher, so okay. Hello, RJ and Brian. Lord of the Rings news. I listen.
That was a great article the other day.
I was gonna do that in a separate video. There's
Lord of the Rings.
The LGBT rings. I saw a thumbnail. I'm like, oh god.
What's wrong with LGBT characters?
Nothing. I saw a thumbnail from a certain erotic. Wow, Philosophical Pickle, you're hurting my heart here. I'm not too excited for the upcoming DCU, but I am thrilled to see the Snyderverse burn. That's really harsh, man.
Hey, some people, this is the thing, man.
RJ said it doesn't bode well.
No, the general audience, I mean, I think there's excitement. I know some people don't like to hear that. I think there might be some excitement for this direction they're going in. That is true. Last night I learned I knew absolutely nothing. I felt like I was attending an education
about Lord of the Rings
on Reyes channel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I realized I know absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, let's react to Grace. Man, RJ, you spoiled the Grace for me. I cannot believe she.
Been 20
It wasn't completely. It wasn't completely negative. Even Callie's upset. She's like, "Grace,
listen, what I saw in this little short was very exciting. I'm still not convinced on Flash, but I think most of the new stuff was from. God damn it, Kelly! God damn it! She is driving me nuts lately. The only time she doesn't bark consistently is when I'm with her on the couch playing a game, like petting her, like calm down, Kelly. Oh my goodness. The DC The World Needs Heroes trailer breakdown. I'll give her a thumbs up, and I will not join because you're already in my intro. I don't know what this is about.
It's
Meet a future mom, a first-time mom in season pro. No thanks. All right, hold on.
One more second. There you go.
Don't have to be Dr. Fate to see the two shadows still looming over the DCEU. Geoff Johns and the upcoming another merger, another acquisition, this time from Discovery.
Pause it.
Wait.
Geoff Johns.
Hold on.
I want to talk about this very quickly because
What's wrong?
Okay. I love how that's the takeaway, right? Oh my God, Geoff Johns is a problem.
What?
Really?
I gotta pay attention. Let's rewind that. Okay, let's see. What is this? She's saying Geoff Johns?
She said the two big takeaways are Geoff Johns and the merger from this clip.
Huh? What? Okay, that's a weird take.
You don't have to be Dr. Fate to see the two shadows still looming over the DCEU. Geoff Johns and the upcoming another merger, another acquisition, this time from Discovery. First, let's talk about Geoff Johns. I want to talk about this very quickly because it has a huge effect on the movies that you're seeing.
As far as I know, I mean, am I wrong that he has limited,
No, just keep watching. You'll see what she's talking about. And I can debunk it. I can debunk it right away. So okay. I'll let it play out, though.
Both Kevin Feige and Geoff Johns might have worked for Richard Donner at the same time. In fact, they're pals. I wonder if they're still pals. But anyway, that's why Warner Brothers. That's how Geoff Johns was able to sell Warner Brothers on the idea that he could be their Kevin Feige. But Kevin Feige is a comic book fan, whereas Geoff Johns is a comic book writer, and he pushed all of his own comics and ideas when it came to movies for DC. Even the Batman is based very much on Batman Earth 1.
Wrong.
His Batman Earth 1.
Wrong. Okay, so you see what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
She's basically saying that Geoff Johns has basically pushed his comics as what the movies need to be adapted from. That with the Batman, that is not true.
Right.
He's been very adamant, Matt Reeves, that is there some Earth 1 elements? Absolutely. Earth 1's a great comic book. Go read it. But we already know what comics he's been inspired by with that movie. It's The Long Halloween, Batman Ego, and Batman Year One. Those are the three. There's really only maybe a couple Earth 1 elements in there when it comes to like the Waynes and Alfred. That's about it. But to basically go on this thing where it's like, oh my God, Geoff Johns is pushing his own work over everyone else's. I think this is a little bit too conspiratorial. Well, I think it's her trying to drum up Snyder fans to hate.
Yeah, I've heard this. There is a lot. Okay, there's a lot of conversations saying that because he will push his characters more that he gets rights to.
Well, yeah, that's a conspiracy that he pushes his own comics so he can get all the money.
I don't know. I know with the Black Adam, did he do Hawkeye stories and stuff too? Or
he did do a Black Adam storyline. She'll mention it later in the video, but yeah.
So I don't know. It's possible. I wouldn't go that far, but I would think that he's more limited in his roles there. But maybe
he's not really involved anymore. He's more on the TV stuff anyway.
Well, when these stories were put in place, the scripts though, I think he was active then. Well, these scripts were before filming, so it's very possible that he pushed his characters. But he is a good writer too. Like I don't have anything personally against him. I know that's a fan.
You can not like the guy, but for the most part, he writes a damn good comic book. I mean, he's a good writer.
But you would actually anyone in charge of anything would probably focus on the stuff they have experience in. To be fair, but do they push that to the extent to move out other projects just for their own? benefit. I don't know. This also
I
explains
mean, Wonder
why.
Woman 80. Well, let's think. Wonder Woman 84. That Geoff Johns was a big part of that script, and that's not really based on any Wonder Woman comics. So it kind of
what
fights
is
against narrative too.
Brian? What do you think of this? Do you see the angle Grace is saying that he's going to push his characters? Some of these were developed when he was still had something to do with WB.
I think it's
A stretch.
well, no, I don't think it's a stretch. I think it's being a bit hyperbolic. Just kind of. I kind of agree with RJ. It seems like she's trying to drum up a certain aspect of the fandom.
That's the thing. Like, why?
I mean,
bring
she's
it
not.
up? Like, what relevance does it have?
But
That's
to
the
be
thing.
fair, I mean, she wouldn't necessarily be wrong though, because I'm sure Geoff Johns is still involved
Skywalker.
heavily with a lot of the direction that these movies take. So I mean, I don't know. It could be a coincidence that they're adapting some of his stuff. I don't know. Honestly, I'm at the point now where it's like with DC, all I expect is a somewhat decent movie.
Yeah,
that's all anyone should hope for.
The bar is just incredibly low, and it's okay, and I'm all right with that because, like MJ said in Spider-Man: No Way Home, that if you set yourself to be disappointed,
if you're just getting here, please smash the like button to help Movie Madness. It really helps on the live streams and on the replay. Please, it really helps. And we're back tonight on a Friday night, so let's see what else she has to say. I would not. I mean, she does want some angle to. This is also a YouTuber problem. She has to have something different to say in her video, so she might be stretching for stuff to say. I think the trailer was hot. I was surprised that I liked it so much.
It's the first thing that's gotten me excited. Like,
I'll speak. And I want to speak to that later when we get further in. But I feel like, from what I'm seeing on social media, I know social media is not always the best metric for success, but the conversations I'm seeing about DC right now, this shifted things. This felt like a paradigm shift towards a more positive.
They're dead. You mean us or her? Oh, don't lose respect for us. I don't know what she's saying.
I think she meant Grace Randolph. I think.
Okay. Please don't lose respect for us. We respect Nerdette. Hey, Potion Sword Run. Yeah, Rhea said she might be able to make it. I'm not sure. Hey, Nicotina. Remember to smash the like button. Let's see what else Grace has to say.
And Geoff Johns, that's his best quality, writing comics. But that's not looking at the bigger picture. In building a coherent cinematic universe,
thank God,
Geoff Johns should have considered all the comic book stories that were available throughout the history of DC Comics. Some of many of them fantastic. Can you imagine if Kevin Feige favored a particular writer over at Marvel? It would be ridiculous. And I feel, Geoff Johns, I think, did that because he gets, when people buy those comics to see what the movies are based on, to understand them better, he gets a cut of that. And so,
that's
he's not impartial.
Nonsense.
And I'm surprised.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Again, it's basically saying he's doing it for the money, so you can get royalties.
Isn't that what they all do, though?
Let's be real. Who in the industry wouldn't? Like if J.J. Abrams was in charge, he would do the same thing.
That's part of the game, right? Though I mean,
if you don't hate the player, hate the game, is what they say. I can see it though. Is it really that conspiratorial though, RJ? It's very plausible.
I think there's a difference between what
my thing is
saying,
why
and the reality of the situation, though.
What does this have to do with the relevancy of covering this topic?
Well, and her Feige comparison's kind of not apt either, because Kevin Feige never wrote comic books.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get what she's trying to say, though, where DC wanted Geoff Johns to be a Kevin Feige type figure, but even then, it's like, even that's somewhat of a stretch too, because again, he's out, he's not around anymore. He's just doing TV stuff. He's not really involved at this point.
Well, stuff like the Batman I think more of the Flash, Aquaman, and Black Adam angle, when these were being developed, he was probably in the
he was
process.
Still in
well, here's the thing too, Geoff Johns is like one of the biggest writers at the company. He's wrote so many incredible storylines and so much stuff. He's been the face of DC as a comic writer for so many years. I mean, eventually there's going to be some crossover.
Yeah, it's I mean, but this is, I think anyone in Hollywood would do the same thing, though. Like, let's be real. Anyone that has like characters, they're going to want to work their characters into the future. And yeah, it does benefit him. Definitely. I think it's very plausible, though, RJ. I don't think it's tinfoil hat, really.
George Lucas did it for years.
The only thing I would add to it, though, RJ, is that everyone does it. Everyone works with what more gets them more money, more notoriety. And, I think anyone would do it, really. Honestly. That's my angle. I mean, but RJ, what do you think of that? I think lots of people want to work into the story, the thing that they want a good story. I'm not saying he would do it at the expense of the story, though. That he would push his character so much.
Wait, what are you asking?
That a lot of the industry would develop the stories around things that would benefit them.
Well, she mentioned Kevin Feige too. Like, Kevin Feige doesn't prioritize certain writers too. Brian Michael Bendis. I mean, there's a couple. Mark Millar. I mean, there's a lot of writers who basically got like the best treatment. Most of the story, like, there's like 3 or 4 writers that basically most of the comic book movies that they made were inspired by. A lot of it being Brian Michael Bendis. So it's like, is Kevin Feige trying to get Brian Michael Bendis his royalty checks too? I mean, come on. Like, you prioritize certain stories because they're the most iconic stories. You prioritize certain stories because they're the best stories that you have to make a movie out of.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else she has to say.
Surprised that he was allowed to do that. All right. And that just shows that nobody at Warner Brothers really knows comic books. So they would have been like, Jeff, I can't help but realize you've picked all your own comics. All right. So anyway, then there's also the Warner Discovery merger, as I mentioned in my live reaction. And in fact, there are no DCEU projects dated past 2022, except for 2, and that's Shazam 2, which is already ready to release, basically, and the Blue Beetle movie, which was going to be on HBO Max, but now is a theatrical release. So the Discovery merger should, really go into effect, I'd say, probably by the middle of the year or 3/4 in, but it's coming. And so I think that's why, this is almost a presentation, these movies for the film division and how they've handled the DC content. Actually, 3 forces at work here. Dwayne Johnson, because this Super Bowl spot was his idea. Warner Brothers usually does not advertise during the Super Bowl, and good for The Rock.
Last time they advertised during the Super Bowl,
a team.
Just a fun trivia fact: the last time Warner Brothers did a commercial for the Super Bowl, 2005. 2005. It's been 17 years, if I got the math right. 17 years. It's been a long time.
Jesus. I mean, they are wanting to. They're pulling out all the stops to look
and
like.
And guess who's the face? And guess who's the face behind it? The Rock. The Rock is the one pushing it. Yeah, he's the one who posted it. He's the one who was hyping it up on social media. He's their hype man. I mean.
I think we are getting a different one. Don't you think so?
No, I think this is it. I think.
Oh, really?
For DC, yeah, I think this is it. I don't think you're getting anything else.
See, that's what's really disappointing, though, is the fact that I've already seen Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, before the game, yeah. Well,
why is this happening like this? Why are they
it's very simple. I can explain. Basically, the reason why you saw the Sonic 2 big game spot, why you saw the DC one get released today, it's quite simple. It's to maximize attention. I think a lot of those spots that got released will probably be during the pregame show, so they're not going to actually be airing during the game. And the stuff that will be airing in the game, like, for example, your Doctor Strange 2 spot, will probably be so big, it's going to be like, they want to space things out to where it gets maximum amount of attention.
It'll get its own commercial break.
Yeah, it's like everyone gets their time to shine. So you release it when you can,
I don't like it this way, though, even though it has something to talk about.
Well,
I mean, if this is all, they
Alexa commercial with Scarlett Johansson.
Well, they should do this, and then they should do an expanded one during the game. Or pre-game.
Something.
Yeah,
it's The Rock.
Man.
He knows how to draw eyeballs.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what else she's
spot. It didn't just focus on his movie. It mostly does, but still it highlights the whole year. Now that was a swell thing to do because The Rock's a swell guy. And his movie is necked up after the Batman in late July, so it makes sense.
Is it
they
too
would put that
fast?
one, in the forefront. We'll
No, it's
talk
fine.
a little bit about, more about how that movie actually looks when we go through
I
the trailer
prefer my Grace.
in just a moment. But I have to say, releasing The Flash and Aquaman 2 just about a month apart, opposite Black Panther 2 and Avatar 2. I don't know, Warner Brothers. That seems like, I don't know. Let's see.
I still think Aquaman
to
2
some
would
degree,
do better than Avatar 2.
Bullshit.
We'll see. We'll see. I think
RJ,
if the
you're
movies are
still
strong,
planning to.
yes.
You're still planning to see Avatar 2 opening weekend, right?
Oh, of course I am. Of course I am. But here's the thing: if the movies are strong enough creatively, they'll do fine business-wise. I think it'll depend. I can see why there'd be a concern that there's a lot of movies releasing so close together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Darth Scipio, there's so much to cover that I might leave that off for a side topic. Plus, we want to be positive tonight. I don't need their bullshit tonight, but I will do if you want me to do a separate video on it, I will.
you have to respect their aggressiveness. I don't know if I even call it bravery, but let's see how it goes. We haven't seen any of Avatar 2 yet, so let's see. And also, who knows? Those movies have been delayed a long time. Will James Cameron actually? Well, any of these movies?
Hey, Rhea, how's it going?
Good evening, y'all. How are you doing?
Good,
Hey,
good.
Rhea.
Did you see this DC trailer already?
Oh yeah, I love it. Can't stop watching it.
No, it's great. This is why I made the thumbnail. I'm like, look, all the complaining that I have also done. Wow, this looks great. I mean, the only thing I'm still concerned about is the Flash, but everything else.
But the suit looks a lot better, though. I mean, that's a positive.
I mean, the Flash didn't look bad. I'm still not sold on the Flash yet, though. I have to see more. But so far, we're reacting to Grace again.
We're reacting to, so we're doing a reaction to a reaction of a trailer.
That's what we do here.
Reaction.
All right, let's see what else she has to say.
Movies actually make their release dates. We'll see. So this spotlights all 4 DCEU theatrical releases for 2022 and the Batman, which is not DCEU. But that's why there's no Batgirl, because that's on HBO Max. But I don't care. This spot could have used more women in it, quite frankly. Especially since to date, that's where DC has been the strongest.
I agree. No, I don't know about being the strongest, but I always like more ladies. But she's saying it's been the strongest? I don't think so.
Well, she's referring to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, successes,
yes. Yeah.
And Harley Quinn. Quinn.
But I don't know, coming from a lady, Rhea, would you like to see more ladies in this spot?
Yeah, I would have loved to see some Batgirl, but I think because we haven't seen any yet, they probably want to save it for a standalone.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
In live action and movies. We do have Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, who I adore, but there's no new footage for the Batman, so there's nothing to get excited about. My favorite shot is actually...
Oh, our favorite shot's the Flash. Uncharted. Oh, I heard the reviews are not doing so good.
Yeah, no, that's what I have also heard.
But you know what's funny, though? Most of the critics are complaining it's too much like the games. I don't understand that. All the negative reviews are saying, this is too much like the games. I want something else.
I think we have frozen Rhea. Oh, no, you're okay. No. I thought you were frozen.
Oh, yeah, my internet is being weird right now. I apologize.
Oh, no, I didn't know if you know. Okay, no problem. But are we going to have artsy-fartsy critics that just don't want to give games props like they didn't want to give superhero props for so long?
Yes.
Is that the situation we're having? That they have this big bias against video game properties now because, you know what? We get all these damn superhero movies now. They go the Ridley Scott angle. Oh, another goddamn. I mean, what's your thoughts on that before we continue, Rhea? Do you foresee critics doing this? Not, taking scores down a little bit, slightly, or giving them more pushback because they're video game properties? Do you foresee critics doing this in the industry?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you asking me? My internet is being weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was. I was asking do you foresee that there's some bias with the critics, the way they treat superhero films for so long, the way they might do that to video games, not give it the props it should get. I think the industry's done that for a while for comic book movies.
I can see where you're coming from with that. It's just that the reason I'm not so willing to just vilify every mainstream critic is because there have been some bangers. There has been Sonic, and there obviously The Marvel stuff has been like hit or miss, and like a lot of like mainstream outlets like don't automatically, you know, praise everything Marvel too. So I think that there is some, you know, some believability still present there, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to vilify them either. I just see, I mean, everyone has biases, but you know, the way they give certain props, just like the Academy Awards, only go towards artistic and not big franchise blockbuster sci-fi superhero. They tend to stay away from that. RJ, what's your thoughts there before we move on? Do you see this potentially being an issue going forward with video game properties?
I think partially yes. I mean, ultimately reviews don't matter from the critics. I mean, they matter a little bit, but it's more important if the fans of the franchise like the movie and they like what it's doing. That's what's most paramount. So if Uncharted fans watch that movie and say, "Hey, I like this," that's ultimately what I value more. If that makes sense. So
I think it's all part of the natural ebb and flow of what's popular in terms of popular culture. Like when it first starts out, you're gonna have your people who are like, this is crap, you know. And then when these movies start making money and they get paid to talk nice about it, then they're like, oh man, these movies are great, let's go. You know what I mean?
Except for Ridley Scott.
Well, see, you're gonna get your stodgy old takes there, here and there, you know, from people who I'm not trying to say that the industry's moved past them, but like, I don't know, maybe their better days were in the 80s.
Well, no, Ridley Scott is still so relevant. I heard he's doing maybe doing a Blade Runner series for Amazon.
Oh yes, I actually looked that up before the show started. That's actually confirmed. That was reported by Deadline. They're doing it. It's called Blade Runner 2099. It takes place 50 years after 2049. It's continuation of the story.
Is that another WB loss? Because then WB release?
Yes, it's a Warner Brothers.
I was gonna do another topic on that. Now Blade Runner? Are you kidding me? Rings of Power is woke. Oh my goodness. All right, let's finish with Grace and then we'll move on to other topics.
Gorgeous shot of the Flash's suit. It's so beautiful. We'll talk about it when we get to it in the trailer.
It does look
However,
nice.
as I also said in my live reaction,
I mean, I guess it looks a lot better. I guess I see the lightning bolts on there looks different, and then
I'm just saying it looks a lot better than what we saw at DC Fandom. I don't know what it is, but that shot looks really nice.
That looks really cool. The first one looked like a piping Christmas tree, you know, with like weird, you know.
It looks like basketball material too on the other part of the suit. Okay.
Reaction. I continue to feel that the CW shows and now HBO Max shows like Nightwing's coming in Batgirl, but he's
Chris,
already on Titans.
Hey Chris, have you seen this trailer?
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
You overslept. How dare you?
By like 10 minutes.
You're listening. Who's talking?
I didn't know we were gonna be discussing my girlfriend though. What's my girlfriend doing up there? My girlfriend. Yeah,
Grace or Rhea? I don't know who you're talking about. Grace. I'm just kidding.
Grace.
Grace. Yes.
Rhea would never be an ex.
Okay. All right. You still gotta give me the hookup, Chris. You said you could DM her. She doesn't respond to my DMs.
Know. You gotta understand. She's like.
Austin might pop in too. We might see.
She might. I don't know. You guys gotta understand how Grace is. She's very Hollywood these days. You know.
Okay. So am I, Max Hollywood. Where's my shades? Okay. All right.
They're just a lead weight for the DCEU at large because instead of us having the thrill of seeing these characters for the first time, we've already seen them in live action. Instead, we're getting a different version, and it's just it dilutes the fandom. It dilutes the conversation.
What?
It drives me crazy. All right.
I don't
this
get
is a
that.
short spot, 1 minute. Let's dive in, and
I can kind of see what she's saying. Though. I get that. That's
she always seems to take shots at DC, though, guys. Well, she's definitely a Marvel girl.
That's one of my biggest complaints about DC is the fact that they've got so many damn universes when it comes to live action.
The CW stuff, I mean, it does. I can kind of see where she's coming from. It's like we've already had like 8 seasons of a Flash TV show. Like, how different can this be? And it's just more so like we've seen like the JSA on the CW stuff, so it doesn't have that special quality to it. You know, I can see what she's saying,
But they look. I mean, but what you see in the spot is so much higher quality.
No, of course, Max. But the point is that you're not seeing these characters for the first time. Marvel had that advantage to where oftentimes you saw those characters for the first time in a movie. You have to worry about like a different universe TV shows, you know.
Yeah, I need to watch Stargirl season 2. I watched season 1. Hey, Austin, how's it going?
Buddy?
What's up, guys?
Buddy.
We're doing a deep dive on the breakdown with Grace in.
We're doing a breakdown of the breakdown.
Yeah, reaction to the breakdown. But I'm pretty happy the way things look. I'm pretty happy. I'm a Snyder fan. I want it to continue, but I can't. Things are looking good so far.
But are you a DC fan first at the end of the day? That's the question you should be asking yourself.
Don't pull that on me because I'm a Snyder bro.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying,
you're a
like,
Snyder bro. You're part of
are you a DC fan?
Yes,
or
yes,
do you
absolutely.
only simp for freaking Snyder DC?
No, I
think
was
you
there
stump
before
for
Snyder.
everything. So
Yeah.
you're good, man. I'm not throwing nothing at you.
All right.
That's that's where the line
when
is.
it looks good,
basically.
if they go a different route and it looks amazing, and it's how can I complain?
Yeah, getting something.
All right, so of course we start with the Batman footage.
Well, I
Do you
mean,
have
I
the
can't
tickets?
complain,
Most
but-
of you are waiting till closer to the release date based on a poll that I put
I don't
out
want
this
another
morning.
Batman, but that's just me
So here we go. All
personally.
right, so we have our
I'm
first
with
shot
you.
of Black Adam. He's obviously going to take down those two, what are those, Apache helicopters,
But
right?
Black
He's like,
Adam
man,
looks
with his,
fire,
chest
dude. I
lightning
want to
bolt
see
with
this
actually-
movie so
Yeah,
bad.
that's probably the one I'm most excited for, Brian.
It's
Black
a cool
Adam.
shot. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's, a little bit more Black Adam-y.
I
I actually
turned her
feel like
down
Dwayne
a little
Johnson
bit.
is not a great Black Adam because he,
What?
has not done anything to
What?
Yeah, she basically says that he's a trash Black Adam. He looks something like the comic book character,
What?
and that she's not doing a good acting job.
I don't
What are
know.
you
Let's
saying,
get-
Grace? What? He's not white? He's not white enough. White?
Oh, no, Chris.
Wrong show.
Easy. Everyone, calm.
Sorry. Sorry.
Let's
I'm
let's
sorry.
That's all right. Let's get a reception to that comment. Brian, what do
Uh,
you think? He looks great there. This looks amazing. Look at those. Look
Yeah,
at
I-
his.
But
Look at
no,
his
Max,
shoulder
Max,
muscles.
Max. The question you need to ask yourself is this: based on this footage, is he playing Black Adam or is he playing The Rock as Black
I
Adam?
know where this is coming from.
Oh, damn
I
it.
know-
Okay,
I-
RJ.
I
No,
know.
no, listen.
How dare you pull that card? Because you know what I'm going to say.
Droga, I will send it to you later on. We have a panel for right now, and I'll send it to you later on. Okay.
Grace
Listen,
is right.
I will say one thing. I don't know much about Black Adam's origin story. That's why I'm excited for it. Okay. I know a little bit. But he did not look like a heel in this, in this
evil
little
and-
10-second snippet you got. He looked like a good guy.
Yeah.
And every time I see Black Adam, he's trying to kill people. Matter of fact, he is killing people. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they got him doing this.
Well, I
whole-
mean that first trailer they did where he had the guy up by the neck and like crushed him. That was evil.
Yeah, but if you watch this one, he's like, it's why my dad sacrificed himself for me. And then later on, you see the guy talking to him, and he almost seems like he's not a bad guy.
Mm.
Or
RJ, what's your thoughts on Grace's comment there?
I think it's ridiculous. To me, it looks like The Rock is putting in more effort into this performance than I've seen ever before.
see, I didn't know that.
I can
Tristan.
tell.
I didn't know
yeah.
that. I had no idea. I thought he was just pure evil. I
Yeah.
don't know much about Black Adam. I don't know much
Yeah.
about Shazam. Other than that, I only like Billy. The rest of them can,
No, I don't listen. I think if he succeeds, that he'll get an extension. I think if there's a good reception, but I still think everything's up in the air. I do
He's
know they're
The Rock, Max. He's
no.
he's The
There.
Rock.
Kavari's talking about Hamada. Based on this little 1 minute trailer, things are looking bright. I don't know, Drea and then Austin. What do you think of Grace's? What do you get from the? Yeah, I'm feeling Black Adam there. I think he looks great. Do you just see The Rock? What do you think, Larry?
Look, it is gonna, we still have yet to see the emotion, right, that he's gonna bring to it and stuff. But based on the trailer, dude, he looks the part. As far as like, even his facial expressions and stuff. It looks like he's gonna actually do some acting in this. So I think it should be good.
Mm-hmm. Rand, what did you get from this vibe from The Rock? Do you smell what the Black Adam's sending out, or you just see The Rock?
So it's a little bit of both. I can kind of see some of Grace's criticisms being valid because Dwayne Johnson pretty much plays, the same, charismatic, larger than life, character in a lot of his movies. And to RJ's point, like I do see him actually like emoting and doing a lot of like, visceral, like communicative, like character acting here. So again, it might not be that much to us, like compared to like other actors who, are gifted character actors. This is probably his first like significant foray into doing that. So I want to give him points there, but I do see, like some validity in his criticism.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to remind that real quick. Like
you guys know
I
he
can tell he's
can.
trying. I can tell he's trying really hard.
RJ, you've seen a lot of his stuff, right? You know he does have that. He does have it. Like, what do you call that? The oh my god.
He has range.
Yes, he has range. Why did I sleep in? He has range. If you watch movies like Snitch and Faster, where he's just all messed up, or when you watch movies where he has to play a crazy person and you don't know if he's telling the truth or not, like CIA with Kevin Hart, or even the stuff he did in some of the Fast and Furious stuff. The dude has range. He's just never played a superhero before that I know of.
I think he's going to do the people.
He should.
Yes.
And I hope to God he does it, Nerd. I hope he says.
No, I think too, right? Like we haven't really seen him besides those roles that you mentioned. Like actually, Faster is really good. If you haven't seen Faster,
Faster's incredible, man. He's just out for vengeance, pure vengeance.
Yeah, Snitch is pretty good too. But I think that's the thing is a lot of the times the characters that he's playing is there's not a lot of emotion. So yeah, the range is there, but it's like this one I loved when he looks up, he's like, my son did this for me. So it's like there's gonna be some emotion and some weight to the things that he's saying in the dialogue and stuff. So yeah, I mean I think it could be pretty good.
All right. Let's see what else she has to say. We're only 5 minutes in.
This is the first time in like I don't know, over a month now. I've been excited to see something or talk about DC.
Yeah.
Look like a character besides be badass, which is cool. I mean, maybe we'll love this version, but it's not Black Adam from the comics. He doesn't have the hair. He doesn't have the pointy ears.
Oh man!
Damn it! Black Adam is so famous for.
She's being a gatekeeper. Grace the gatekeeper.
Packing it
in.
It's over.
He still looks great.
Trash. Oh,
he would. I think The Rock would look silly with that hair.
Max, guess what I'm doing right now?
I'm like low-key thinking like she's not necessarily gatekeeping, like pointing out like slight changes just for like the sake of pointing them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. All right.
I would say that Black Adam's a little bit more like Patrick Wilson's Orm meets Loki, two other anti-heroes. And Black Adam doesn't seem like a villain here at all. He seems very much like a hero, and he's not supposed to be. It was actually Geoff Johns' idea to rehabilitate the character.
I have not seen this video yet. I have not seen this yet. She just said what I said. I'm gonna message her and tell her how smart she is now.
Okay, Chris. tell her to come on the show.
I'm just gonna. I'm actually gonna DM her too. I'm DMing her like literally right now. If Instagram will go away, why is Instagram?
How do you allow them to have an agenda like that? But anyway, I mean, I kind of like Black Adam as an anti-hero, but he's more like Loki. He's more on the villain side still than the hero side. Although some people feel that that's some of you didn't care for the Loki TV series for that same reason. But it's just I love The Rock, but he's not Black Adam.
Oh,
he's monologuing though. He does have that villain quality as he monologues.
He's not. He looks like it to me.
But and not only that, come on, like let's be honest, there's not near enough. Like besides like the action sequences, there's not near enough footage for us to go.
Yeah.
He has like one line of dialogue.
I mean, this is the only other image we've seen of him besides that other one that got everyone hyped.
Where he beats everybody up in a cave or whatever. Like,
I mean, Hawkman's in the background, so this is probably later on in the movie where they will potentially work together. Is my guess.
I sent it. I legit sent it.
All right, Grace, respond, please.
To Hawkman back there, who doesn't have his wings out because I guess wings are expensive, so I guess he's going to keep them in most of the time. And then he says, "My son dreamt of a better world. That's why he saved me." And I'm like, "What? He didn't have a son?" And I looked it up, and he didn't have a son ever. So I mean, I don't know how I feel about adding that storyline there. So I wonder if that's the JSA ship, right? Okay, so we see a cool ship. And so this is obviously we get a brief origin. It would have been better if it had been a whole origin movie about Black Adam, quite frankly. But he needs some people to punch. So
his arms look a lot smaller there.
Black Adam starts out his life as a slave, and I think his son is executed instead of him.
Oh.
What was that? So there's one lightning shot. He's trying to break
CGI
through. We see the other side of
skinny-
that, I think, in a moment. And there he is.
skinny
I don't know
The
why
Rock.
his cape is all tattered.
What about there?
I don't
What
know how I
about
feel
that
about
image?
I don't know, but I love
There he
it.
is.
I love it, dude.
Looks
I
great
love
to
Maybe
me.
that smoke is took out those helicopters. All right, there is a shot of the Flash's glistening abs. Right, he looks like he's made of jello.
What?
I do not care for this shot. There's a better shot. So we hear Michael Keaton, and we're like, "Show us Michael Keaton," and they're like, "No, you have to wait." So he's like, "Why would you save this timeline?" It's like, "Because his mother's still alive here." I really like Ezra Miller, by the way, as the Flash in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I'm really rooting for him to make this work. So we have some very brief Aquaman shots.
Okay. What's this? Not this toxic
poop.
Toxic.
Oh, God.
Whoa. Fix your poop.
Suit.
I hate that commercial.
But still, fix your poop.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't need
serious.
that.
But I can clearly see him. All right. And then that's my favorite shot of him in this trailer in the throne. I love the Atlantean throne room. I think it's super cool looking. I loved all those shots in the first movie. I love the way they do the hair. It looks great. And I prefer him in this costume because it's comics accurate. I
like
love it when
this
this
one
stuff is
better.
comics accurate. One of you actually had a great comment in the live reaction saying stuff looking good has never been DC's problem, right? It becomes a problem when they have to create a story and piece together a cinematic universe. They always seem to approach it from the wrong angle. But he still looks cool there. And I really love the first Aquaman movie. So he's like, what's better than a king? A hero. And even though you can totally tell that's what they're going to say, it's a good line. So there you can see Black Adam. He's shooting his lightning from his chest. There he's flying. He looks pretty good there.
And points years, Nerdette. Points years as well.
That's cut like Robert Pattinson was standing under him. And he's like, you couldn't have waited until I moved, huh? All right, so I do like the logo lighting them up. That's cool. So this is our Cyclone. This is played by...
I don't know much about Cyclone. Do you, RJ?
I do know one thing. The actress, I believe, is non-binary.
Okay.
Cyclone, she is a character I'm not too familiar with. I know that she basically has wind powers, I believe. She controls weather stuff, so that is what the character does.
Nice.
And she is a member of the JSA.
You're right, Nerdette. She likes Ezra Miller's, not Flash, but Adam needs hair. Grace no much. Okay, yeah. Ezra's not the exact stereotype of Flash either.
Yeah, he's not the
Quintessa Swindell.
Yeah.
We see a shot of her a little bit later in her actual costume. I guess this is JSA headquarters, right? So we see some members of the team. Noah Centino, who does not look very much like a superhero here. But that's Noah Centino. He plays Atom Smasher. We see him in costume also in a little bit. But I don't know how many more team movies I can take. You don't start with the team. I don't. It never works. All right.
Well, what do you think of her comment there? They are doing the team again already. Black Adam right away, and there's all
people like team movies.
I know they do, but
they do later. But I agree, man. Why is everything got to be like? Why do you got to introduce 5 or 6 characters all at once? You can't flush them out.
And people like team movies when they're built up to them. That's
Here's the
that's
thing. Though. Are you really going to do an Atom Smasher movie? Let's be real here.
Well,
but you might bring him in. You might bring him in later in Black Adam 2 or whatever.
Dr. Fate, Hawkman has a whole backstory and history. I mean, dude, you're like,
isn't this the same thing they did with
Batman versus Superman and Justice League? And it's the same thing that the fans complained about then. Everybody was smashed into the end of Batman versus Superman.
You can write it in a way where it can work. It's when you have bad writing that doesn't work. That's the thing.
Well, you better try to join that team because I ain't seen it work yet.
I think whenever you're introducing all brand new characters, and a whole brand new team, I think maybe that's you can't just introduce a whole new team. You're going to need some backstory. You're going to need to.
I don't know if they were just it's not a team. Then how come they're featured so prominently in this trailer right away? We haven't had a whole Black Adam trailer, and they're already Cyclone. In Atom Smasher, in Hawkman. So that kind of, I mean, what's your opinion, before we continue, what's your opinion? Is this, Brian, is this just a supporting character or is this a team movie? They're already promoting this.
I can get on board though, Max, if the watcher is right. I can get on board with a supporting cast, but an actual team movie where you got to flush out they don't have time to really.
Well, I mean, but in my perception is they're already touting it as like a whole team. Like this is initial.
Well, they're
promotion.
touting it as the JSA, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a team movie then. That's not
so
team. Yeah.
I I don't know, man.
I'm happy regardless. I was still happy to see.
You can't put the cart before the horse, but I mean, I think that's kind of DC's MO at this point. Honestly, I'm just gonna take these as they come, one at a time, and just do my best to enjoy them, and
check
find
your expectations. Just
find the positives, and
I know I'm the one kind of like odd man out here because I'm more the Marvel guy, and everybody I know so much.
No,
you guys. I know, but you guys actually know about both. I know about Marvel. I know so little about DC. I really do, but I'm not. I can't be like, I want this or want that or want this or want that. I don't think I've put in the hours, but I know that every time a DC project's about to come out, this is me before I go into the movie theater. Because I never know if it's a good one, bad one, funny one, stupid one. I never know, and then this movie will make so much more sense to you if you get the final cut. And then I'm like, okay, I hate Batman versus Superman, but give it a shot. And then you're like, oh, wow, I did like that better this time. Why didn't they just put it out in the theater like that? What,
God. And then there's always an excuse, and it's like, man, I get it, dude, but like, dude, it's so infuriating.
Suicide Squad so much better when you look at this part. You understand it more. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And then you go, oh, it is much better. Why didn't you just put it in theater like that?
Yeah. RJ and Rhea, and then Austin, what do you think? Do you think they're just going to be? What is your perception so far of the promotion? We have very few so far. Do you think they're just going to be supporting cast, or is it going to be a team up movie? Like thinking of like Batman BVS went at the end. They're all working together.
I think it's mostly going to be a combination. It is still Black Adam's movie. I think the JSA will play a supporting role. I think for the most part, their role will probably be more towards close to the end of the middle and most of the third act. I think it is possible that they will team up with Black Adam to stop some kind of villain. But again, they're supporting characters. I don't think it's meant to like overshadow them. This is the introduction of the JSA, not exactly the origin in any way.
No, I disagree. Not you, RJ. You're doing phenomenal. That comment, I don't disagree super harsh, but everyone knows about Spider-Man. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is, and they worked Black Panther into the story.
Well, it's kind of his origin
the movie.
In a way. It's like an origin.
It was his movie in a way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's different. And it was only 2 characters, not an entire team of characters.
And that.
Go ahead, Austin. Yeah.
And not to mention too, it's just like from the beginning of the marketing of this movie that started at Fandom last year. The big thing is that this is going to include the JSA. This is going to include Dr. Fate. This is going to include these, So yeah, I think even from a marketing standpoint, it very much feels like Black Adam and the JSA is what this movie should be called. So again, like everyone else said too, obviously we haven't seen the movie. We don't know how much, but it seems like they're a pretty integral part of the story.
That's I'm getting.
Wow, Zeno, I never know when you're serious or not. Man,
No,
that's
Civil
one of my
War is
favorite.
amazing.
That's one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time.
Rhea, what vibes are you getting? Like Jeremy Geeks Gamer, I'm getting some vibes here. What vibes are you getting? Is it a team up movie where they're going to work together at the end, a la Batman vs Superman, or are they just there building stages and it's really Black Adam's movie? What's the vibe you're getting? I know there's not a lot to go on, but based on the initial promotion.
Yeah, I'm getting the vibe for the latter. Like they're just pretty much setting up the environment or the world. They're there for world building, basically. And yeah, I would expect to see them in the future because this would basically be our introduction to them. And I have a feeling like because we've seen DC be pretty reactive to audience fanfare, like after things are released, like they'll plan for like after something is they see something does really well and then they'll plan their future around that. If the Justice Society does take off, we may actually get confirmed additional appearances of these characters. So I wouldn't expect anything to be set for them right now because to Grace's point, there's not much in the pipeline past 2022 other than like Blue Beetle and Batgirl and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my take.
Okay. All right, let's see.
Now that's the suit. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
It does
I
look
love
better
it.
there.
I
It
love the
does,
light up
yeah.
effect. I love the lenses coming down for him to go. I love the gloss, like a speed skater helmet. Speed skater's helmet on his helmet. I like the different types of material that it makes up. I just think it's a really good costume. And Ezra
A
Miller,
sleeker
with the
looking
gifts of
suit.
beautiful cheekbones, looks really great in it. So
Okay.
I think it looks really good. I think this could work. I love it. I know some of you don't like the suit, but I think it looks beautiful. It looks like his head's a giant cherry. I just love it.
What?
Like he's built for speed.
Ezra does have
That's
nice
exactly what he should
cheekbones.
look like.
No, he does have nice cheekbones. Yeah.
Wait,
I
can you go
agree.
back? Can you go back by like 10 seconds? What'd you say? It looks like a sports car. Like what?
Yeah, like the sports car or the helmet, the gloss on the
Okay.
And then she said something about a big cherry that I don't know.
All right. So we see the world needs heroes, and she's like, if we don't stand up, no one will. And I kind of like that for Batman and Catwoman because Gotham is so corrupt.
Oh,
Now there. So
yes.
there's I'm sorry, there's
That looks really good.
Yeah.
So I like how he looks, but I think where he's standing is god awful. I looks like Suicide Squad. I do not like the color palette for this movie, as some of you pointed out. And really, like, if Hawkman shouldn't blend with the
I do kind of agree with where he's standing. Like, it's like weird place to spread your wings.
It's a destructed place. Like it's an action scene. He's getting ready to go.
Homeboy's about to take off.
Hey, Aaron. But the color palette I'm fine with. It looks bright. The surrounding.
Well, it's a warm color palette. It's very yellow. It's a very yellow tone. But I mean,
this is the best looking wings I've seen on a superhero yet.
Really?
I think so.
You're still
You
on
didn't
this?
like you didn't like Archangels?
From the third X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one wasn't too bad.
Honestly, for me, when it comes to wing superheroes, I think Falcon is still like the gold standard. I think the way they've utilized his wings and the way he's moved around in live action,
Yeah,
is
they
top
bend.
tier. Especially with like the way the Russo brothers directed Falcon in the movies. So if they can even get close to that or surpass it, because Hawkman has actual
grace.
Well, that's the thing. Hawkman has actual wings. Like they're actual wings, not mechanical wings, something like that. That's his body, man. He's a actual Hawkman, so
yeah.
make it look good.
Are we good at sending links to people who are not on the team?
Not right now. We're gonna get through some topics first, and then later on in the show, yeah. That's what I was trying to do here.
Because
yeah.
Caden, I just ended the stream with
Caden, Isaac, everybody wants on.
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna get busy in here, though. Okay, let's finish this. Sure.
Background, right? He should be standing out. You should be like, oh, it's so glistening in gold. You can't miss him. Instead, you're like, where is it? Oh, yeah, there he is. I kind of see him in all that. Why is he standing in trash? All right, so anyway.
Because it's destruction. It's destruction.
So I don't know how I like the pants either. He looks like he's just wearing like tights. But there's the other problem. And also his helmet looks too big.
No,
Jesus, man, can you not complain about everything? Grace?
Oh, I know what she's saying though.
Lord.
She's saying the wings on the helmet look a little too big for Hawkman. They do seem a little big.
The rings look fine. What is she talking about?
She's nitpick is what she's doing. I can see why she made that though. I would see why she says that though.
Relationship with Hawkman, because like many of you, I know the animated series, and so I'm Team Hawk Girl. And so every time I see
me
Hawkman,
too.
I'm always just like, where's Hawk Girl? That's what I really want to see. All right.
Probably a post-credit
Fire
scene.
home. What a storyline.
He looks
All
great
so
there.
His lightning is rubbing off there. Looks like an old sneaker. All right, so he's really upset.
Well, you know
Also
why,
looks in the
right? You know
background.
why it
Now,
looks
there's
like that,
Dr.
right?
Fix.
What?
Because Black Adam he basically is in hibernation for like hundreds of thousands of years, and then when the wizard Shazam, remember when Billy Batson like disturbs it and Savannah breaks in and releases him? At that exact same moment, Black Adam breaks out and breaks free. So he's been asleep for like thousands of years, so he's gonna look very
obviously.
Well, that's not technically true, Joe. It's not really a derivative character. Hawkgirl is her own character. She's really cool. I think Hawkgirl has better storylines than Hawkman most of the time, but they work great as a duo. I want to see both of them personally.
Hey guys, I think look. This is I have no sources, but I think Hawkman is going to get his own movie, and I think we're definitely going to see Hawkgirl in the DCU at some point.
We'll see. Let's try to finish this.
No, we're not gonna finish this.
We're
It's
not
gonna go out forever.
Yeah, we're not gonna finish.
Never
this.
gonna
We'll go
leave.
forever.
Dang, RJ just shut that down. All right.
We're never gonna leave.
Oh, why
Race
don't you
Woods is-
speed up the clip?
He did actually.
Well,
It's
again,
still going
he's
slow.
supposed to have no eyes. He's supposed to have white glowing eyes. Thank you very much. Otherwise, he looks perfect. And I do
Oh,
find it a little
God.
weird that his hand looks fake. I'm like, oh,
Well,
is
no,
that
the
CGI?
no eyes is a talking point, though, Brian. It is. What do we think of
but
that?
I'm
It still
just-
looks good.
But
does he
you
does
can't
he need
tell
eyes,
though.
though?
of it,
Hold on,
dude.
hold on though.
He doesn't, but he doesn't need the eyes though. That's the thing though.
Well, it's an upper shot though. You can't
Yeah,
really
the
see
angle
them.
we're seeing it, we have
The
no
angle,
idea.
yeah, the angle we're seeing,
Yeah.
it's not a good indicator of the eyes.
I-
Maybe the
you-
eyes light
you
up.
almost-
I can't do these freeze frames of her face.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, wow.
That should have been
Someone
your,
take- someone
that should
screen
have been your
grab that.
thumbnail
Someone
right
screen
there. That's a
grab that.
thumbnail. That's a
Someone
thumbnail.
screen grab
That's
Match right
thumbnail.
there.
Can
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
screenshot
thumbnail
that
that.
for me? That's
That
amazing.
is a thumbnail. Somebody screenshot.
Wow, that is the best freeze frame ever.
Ooh.
Grace. Wow.
Oh.
I have a great avatar for you guys.
That's what I'm going to send in her DMs. Grace, I was watching your video today and this happened. Any thoughts?
She will
Wow.
reply.
No, look at the eye. The left. She looks like she just fried her motherboard. Like.
All right. Well,
System
she's trying to
error.
find the eyes.
Hey, Dr. Fate?
What?
Did she use glasses though? Could she use glasses?
I'm not sure. But so
Sometimes, yeah.
that's Dr. Fate. I'm like, is Pierce Brosnan somewhere in there? They're like, yeah, he's under all this rubber. But that looks like the Blackbird to me, the X-Men's plane, right? So I mean, like, is this like an X-Men team?
Guess the
right? With he's like their
X-Men to this
Dr.
movie.
Professor Xavier. That's not the way it's supposed to go. But I can see someone who doesn't read comics thinking that's how it should go.
What?
So there's Cyclone. Looking
Okay.
pretty
I don't
cool.
think
in
you
that
read
outfit.
comics, Grace.
Looks like she actually has a dress on, quite frankly, but it's a very nice dress. That's a great.
Looks like
color.
Cersei from Eternals.
Very different look. I wonder if she has the
The
stockings
dress.
on. That was a cool element for the character. But
I
it's
know
it's
nothing
like a
about
peacock
her.
a little bit. Very nice. There's Adam Smasher.
He looks
who
great.
Everyone's just going to say it's Giant Man. So it sucks to be the second one of the party. And so
Who
there, again, does he have an
cares?
ascot underneath there all the time?
No, there's
So there's
holes
Dr.
there.
Fate, and he's
There's
holding
holes
his-
in the helmet there. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
Uh,
Come on, Grace.
but what about Adam Smasher? Didn't he look amazing?
Well, according to Grace, it doesn't matter because everyone's just gonna say it's Giant Man. It's like, who cares? Why is it always got to be DC versus Marvel just because they're similar characters? Like, who cares if he grows big like that? Like, I don't know.
All right. Does Grace read comics? Yeah, I think she does.
She's written comics.
She's written
wrote
comics. Yeah, she's written them. She's got
All right. Well, we're almost done here. And then we have other topics.
His helmet, and he's like, "There's a great big world out there for you." And so I'm like, "Okay." So basically, this movie is the JSA goes to fight Black Adam, but then they decide to recruit him. Okay, I see. And I'm like, "Oh, I wonder if he'll say yes." Of course he will. He's the Rock. He's a hero. He's a good guy. So doesn't have helmet hair. Everything turned out great.
What?
So there he is. He's like, "Let me think about it for just a second." And then there's the lineup of the movies. You're like, that's ambitious. And then they don't use that quote too often with Ezra Miller saying, "Are you in?" I mean, it's very good, but you just can't keep using it all the time. You're going to rob of all its meaning when we actually see it in the film. And then they're like, only in theaters, which is quite interesting because, of course, Warner Brothers just got out of a whole year of telling you you could watch these things simultaneously on HBO Max. It's going to be 45 days. You'll have to wait 45 days, and then it'll go.
That's
to
still
HBO
nice.
Max. Or
Yeah,
Warner Brothers
I'm
is
okay
doing a
with it,
45-day window in 2022, and it's not that long to wait. So I'm curious, which of these movies are you going to see in theaters, and which are you going to wait for? I mean, if you're a super fan like myself, of course you're going to see it in theaters. But the question then becomes how many times, because that's how these movies make a lot of money if you see it multiple times. I think I'll just do a basic rating. I think the Batman looks the best because we know the most about it. Then I think the Flash, I really like that suit. It looks very good in that shot. Then I guess Black Adam, because we see more of it, although again, it seems like Black Adam in name only to me. And then Hawkman. Which we only saw like 2 shots of, so it's hard to get excited about that. I'm really going to be surprised if all these movies come out in 2022. And can they take on Black Panther 2 and Avatar 2 if those movies hit their release dates? Also, Black Panther 2 suffering extensive delays because of shooting problems with Letitia Wright and other things. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of fights, a lot of superhero fights at the box office this year too.
Well, that wasn't fair to say Letitia Wright because it was delayed. It was not delayed just because of her, was it?
A lot of it was.
She did have an injury.
Well, it was onset injuries, COVID delays. There's a lot going on with that movie.
Lupita got COVID. There's a lot.
I wouldn't be shocked if they do move it. They probably should move it again, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, let's go around that. I mean, I was hyped. Man, is Grace
It's a
turned
very
negative?
negative. Yeah, that's a very
Grace turned
mixed
negative
video.
because I was really hyped by
She
that.
I thought
really
I was
was-
listening to Doomcock. I was like, God damn.
She really did not like Black Adam. She was like, "This is not like the comics."
No, I mean,
She
she
doesn't read
said this isn't
comics.
Black Adam. No, she does. She does. I mean,
she
she's
does.
allowed to have her opinion. Was she just? I don't know, Ray. Was she just being? Did you see her being overly critical, or you think she was doing a good job? Or I mean, feel free for your opinion. I think she did okay. I was shocked because I didn't see that wasn't the angle I the lens I viewed it in.
Yeah, no, I to your point, Max, like I didn't view it from that lens either, but I actually look for, those counter, arguments to try and leverage my expectations. Like with the Lord of the Rings stuff, like I'm super excited, but I want to hear, other people's, criticisms for it. So yeah, for me personally, I appreciate that she went out of her way to point out, some things that, might not, make sense like in the story or need further explanation or don't match the source material and stuff like that. Things that I would have never thought of because I don't have that knowledge that she does.
Okay. Chris, what do you think? Was she being overcritical, or do you like her points, or?
Nah, she does that sometimes. A lot of times, there's just not much for her to talk about. I've noticed in a lot of her videos, she won't have a lot to talk about. So she'll map out all these talking points and these bullet points. And a lot of it's just for the clicks, man. I think, she's
I mean, you gotta you gotta have content if you're a content creator. She really knows how to.
Right about one thing though.
What?
Batman does look the best. Batman does look the best. Like out of all his movies, Batman's the big. Batman is the one I'm most excited for. That one looks the best.
I mean, Batman probably does look the best, and she's probably right because we've seen most of it. But then again, when I look at it, I see Batman. Batman looks like Batman.
That's all it needs to be. It's all it's got to be. It's Batman. What more do you want?
I don't know. Maybe a different superhero because we're on our 700th Batman.
Right. Okay, let's go around.
Problem. Hold on though. Press pause. You've never seen a detective story in the Batman lens before. They've never done that before.
I know, and I've never seen Catwoman in one of his movies. Oh wait, yeah, I have.
But it's a different type of Catwoman though. You're seeing more.
Is it really?
It's
they're
actual.
They're not just like you open your mouth right now when you take this Catwoman. You're gonna take this Catwoman.
But it's a
they're
different. But it's more like the comic book version of Catwoman that you see in stuff like the long.
But I am excited about it because I dig Batman. So, and I want to see what Robert Pattinson does. And we finally get the Riddler that isn't, so
I still think Joe is crazy for thinking this. I mean, that's why they call him Crazy Joe.
Well, let's go around the panel and say
But I'm definitely most excited for Black Adam. That's the one I'm most excited for.
Write them 1 to 4. I think Black Adam actually surpassed my interest in Batman in this trailer, this spot.
Wow.
I'm Batman's number 2. I say Aquaman and then the Flash number 4 for me. Brian?
I don't know. Probably Black Adam first, Flash number 2, and Batman. I'm gonna see Batman. How many Superman movies have we had? How many Batman movies have we had? Okay, Superman was the first ever superhero.
Superman's had 6 movies.
6 movies, and we've had 6 different Batmans.
No, and it looks. It looks phenomenal as far as cinematography and stuff. It's just like how much more of Gotham needs saving. I'd be all right if they'd space them out more. Just space them out a little bit more. We just had Batfleck.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ray, what's your rating, top to bottom, for those out of those 4? The number 1 anticipated out of those.
Oh, Batman for sure, just because it's the one coming the soonest.
Okay. And then where does Black Adam and the Flash rate for you?
I am more excited for Flash than I am Black Adam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Chris?
I'm more excited about Black Adam and the Flash.
Okay.
And we get a real Batman. No, I'm just kidding. But we get the original Batman, all I'm saying. So I'm excited about that Batman,
Okay. Aaron?
I'm excited for both Batman. Don't get me wrong. All these characters, man. All these characters to work with, and you keep giving us the same ones over and over.
I just feel like Batman's getting the gold mine while Superman's getting the shaft.
Well, I don't mean to make Austin go last all the time. Maybe you go next, Austin, then Aaron.
Well, I go last.
I don't care. I don't mind. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Rate your favorite out of those. What most anticipated one? The 1 to 4 out of those now from that spot.
Oh well, yeah, for sure the Batman.
Okay,
for sure the Batman number 1. I think number 2, I'm probably gonna go with Black Adam as well because seeing all that extra footage from this and all that got me pretty hyped. There he is. And then probably Aquaman and the Flash last. I mean, the Flash. My main concerns with that are the whole DC's now trying to get ahead of the comics in some weird way by creating comics through the movies and stuff. Which I'm not closed-minded to the idea. I'm just worried.
Hey, Axel and Krypton. So I invited you on because you're asking, but we got to be careful because it's a big panel. Okay, so Aaron, what's your rating for the most anticipated?
Okay, Batman number 1. Obviously, Batman's my number 1 DC hero. So it's always gonna be number 1. Black Adam is number 2 because if you know me, if I said it over and over, I'm a huge Rock fan, and this goes back to his WWE days. Number 3. It's going to be the Flash because Flash has actually been one of my top DC heroes too. And I always love the Flash in his Rogue Gallery. I think his Rogue Gallery is very underrated and doesn't get talked about enough. And number 4 is Aquaman. But look, it's not a far number 4 to number 3. It's not far to number 3. It's just that I just like Flash better than Aquaman. Like as a character.
Okay. RJ, what's your rating there?
Yeah, for me, the Batman is number 1. It is the movie I've been excited for 4 years at this point. I've been waiting for this movie pretty much since Matt Reeves first got on board and it started shooting. I truly think it's going to be a really special movie. I'm really excited for that. Number 2 is Black Adam. I thought this spot looked absolutely fantastic. I think that movie looks extraordinary. It looks like it's going to be straight fire.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I'm going to go with the Flash because I liked what this spot showed. I like the new suit. The suit looked a lot better in this shot than it did before. So because of that improvement, I will give it a little bit bonus points for that. Aquaman, I am excited for. I love the original Aquaman. It's just at number 4 for me because we barely see anything about it, so it's hard to gauge. I am looking forward to it, though. So for me, Batman, then Black Adam, Flash, and then finally Aquaman.
Axel, your turn, buddy. What's your most anticipated out of that spot?
All right, so number 1 is the Batman, of course. I kept thinking to myself, am I more excited for Hawkman because I really like the first one, or Black Adam, and I think it's a tie for those two. And then number 3 or 4 is the Flash. Yeah.
Okay. Krypton score. How are you, brother? Would you like that spot?
Number 1 is Zuber Pets.
That
was a joke, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. So number 1, I mean, it's a cross between Batman and Black Adam because Batman is like 2 weeks from now. Mm-hmm. So I'm anticipating that one because it's like so close.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when they showed Hawkman and they showed Dr. Fate, I was like, Doctor Strange who? Once they showed Dr. Fate.
Oh, really? Doctor Strange who? Okay.
Doctor Strange who? Because Dr. Fate is gonna kill it. He's the best sorcerer in all of comic book history, in my opinion.
What perfect actor to play that role. I can't
it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm like, I can't wait to see Black Adam.
So is everyone's confidence a little bit higher with DC now? I mean,
thanks to Grace, I feel much better. Yeah.
Thanks to Grace.
Something else that came out the other day was that Jurassic World. What did people think of that Jurassic World trailer?
Oh man, awesome. Listen, you want to hear some funny shit, Max?
Yes, we do.
Listen, Brodan is a major Jurassic Park stan, like big time. Like he's excited over every little thing. I am too, okay? But he doesn't know that. So the trailer comes out, right? And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again with them trying to shoehorn all the old actors into the new movies. And, Chris is doing fine. He doesn't need Laura Dern. He doesn't need, and I'm like, I start ripping in the comments in our group chat. I just start ripping into this trailer. Right? Really, I've already watched the trailer 7 times by now, and I'm super excited. But I'm just like trolling the hell out of Brodan. And he's sending voice messages because he's so mad he can't type. He's like, what are you talking about? They did it in Star Wars. You liked it when they did it in Star Wars, Chris. And I'm like, Star Wars. I'm like, yeah, but Star Wars. So he got so mad.
It looks so good, but is this gonna wrap it up and they're gonna put it on ice for a while after this movie?
Yeah, because
I don't know. I just know
it said the conclusion.
It said the conclusion, but
I know it looks really cool, man. That deadliest catch scene where that thing comes out of the water, eats the deadliest catch boat and pulls it down. And then he's on the motorcycle, and I love that they got Blue and Blue's baby.
You know what? They should have named his title.
That is Blue, right? Blue lived. That's the one that lived. Yeah.
They should call it Jurassic Park Endgame.
I want to go around the panel on our thoughts on if this is the epic conclusion. Now
of the Jurassic era.
Dude. Dinosaurs will always be cool. It's the epic conclusion of this trilogy. That's it. There's like a whole other trilogy in the works.
Well, I mean, but
Cretaceous Park is next. You didn't know that?
Okay.
Jurassic Park Endgame.
Y'all, have y'all been to Jurassic Park and Universal Studios?
It's been a while. Yeah.
You mean the one in Hollywood?
No. And you go into that, dude.
The one in Florida is the one I went to.
Freaking awesome.
Well, it's now
When
Jurassic
the doors
World,
open for you. I was there early because I'm old, right? So I remember the doors opening for me.
We noticed.
They don't do that. They don't do that anymore. But the doors.
The original, the T-Rex in that Jurassic World. This is why I get off on it so much. The one in Florida. I don't know if they've swapped it out now because mechanics, but I went there when they first made it, and that original T-Rex that's in there, the one that
they changed it. They did change it, yeah.
That was one of the backups from the movie, and Stan Winston actually made that. So when you went in there and saw that T-Rex, you were looking at a Stan Winston movie T-Rex, man. Stan Winston.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, my thoughts around this is it looks amazing. I just don't want this to be the finale for a while because the opportunities are endless now. That's the whole world,
give it 5 years. Give it 5 years, and they'll do another one.
I mean, it's a natural conclusion point for the story, though.
That's
I think
true.
at least
Absolutely.
with this original. But there's more stories you could tell after this point. I think with the original cast, though, and the Jurassic World cast, this is the natural end point for their stories. I think this movie will set up a future for the franchise.
The scene with Bryce Dallas Howard jumping from rooftop to rooftop, though, and she's still in heels.
Come on, let's go. That's badass.
Yeah, she's bad. No, she's badass. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, can you really do that?
Heels on a female is nice, but she never takes them off.
May Dallas Howard. I was just like, go make Star Wars. Go make more Star Wars. Yeah. I kept thinking that in the trailer. Go make more Star Wars for me.
She makes great Star Wars.
Can you really do that, Rhea? Can you jump from rooftop to rooftop and your heels are so good? Can you do that really?
Why are you asking?
Bryce
You're the only girl on the panel. None of us wear high heels.
He thinks you're a crime fighter.
Well, that's mighty presumptuous.
I mean, she
weekends.
I don't know who wears high heels.
A little much there,
boys that wear high heels, but I'm just asking a female. I'm sorry. That was presumptuous.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's
put while we're ahead now. Let's put while we're ahead.
I also think Ray is a crime fighter.
Yes.
Secretly,
She did say when we watched the back. Go ahead, Chris.
No. I'm just saying she can't do the whole. Oh, I'm not a girly girl. Sometimes I've seen some of her.
Well, she did correct me when we were watching the Batgirl footage from the set. And I was like, I don't know. Could she jump on rooftops with those Doc Martens? She's like, listen, what did you say about Doc Martens, Ray? You're like, you corrected me. You're like, they have comfortable soles. You could do a lot with those Doc Martens.
I mean, she does have cat ears. So
yeah.
All right. But what's your any other thoughts there before we move to the next topic? Because this is Ray Fisher's getting work. Ray Fisher is getting work.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Sorry, Ray. Okay,
Stop talking about my crime fighting.
Ray, I don't want
yeah.
to talk about being pretty, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk
It's
about
called
this.
secret identity for a reason, people. That's not cool. We just gave it away.
Well, this is a good thing for Ray. I know he's been controversial. I think he's a great actor.
Oh, you believe
I'm
this?
happy he's in the Zack Snyder. Well, this is
Yeah.
Listen, it's very plausible. Yeah, this is a rumor. I know, Aaron. It's geekosity. Look at
I know,
Aaron.
I know you
every
hate
time
him. I know you
geekosity.
hate him.
Let's at
it's-
least
No, I
see
do
the
it for
movie
sex, I
first
don't
before we
believe.
start talking about spin-offs.
They
man.
haven't
That's-
even-
Yeah,
they
yeah,
haven't even
I'd
started
wait
yet.
on that. This isn't the fucking Peacemaker shit. Like,
No.
wait
This
on
This
with
is
that.
the blueprint. Zack Snyder. I'm not doing
Charlie
Zack Snyder's
Hunnam-
a blueprint.
Charlie
but this
Hunnam's
is the
character could have a
blueprint.
spin-off too,
James
guys.
Gunn had a spin-off right after his movie.
But Max,
every studio is doing this, and Zack Snyder also had a spin-off right after.
What spin-off? Oh, you're talking about Peacemaker.
No, for the Netflix Army
Rebel
of the Dead.
Moon.
yeah, he had Army of the Dead. He had
Yeah.
the Army of the Dead sequel was
Army
what?
of Thieves.
That's
the
Zack.
de-
That's
he's,
Zack Snyder. That's not James Gunn.
No,
No,
I'm
but we're
saying
talking about
is
Zack
this
Snyder
Yeah,
now.
Zack
industry
Snyder's completely different. He's
the Rebel Moon. We're talking about Rebel
right.
Moon.
I'm saying this is the industry
But he's
standard now.
comparing the two.
When you have a project, you do a supplemental project right off the bat to get more.
Yeah.
This is the blueprint. The Flash has the Batgirl right after. They're doing it pretty much right after.
Here's
Max,
what I'm
his-
worried
his
about with
name-
this.
Dude, his name is Blood Axe. Don't you think he's gonna have a freaking series? His name is Blood Axe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not necessarily. I mean,
No. His name is Blood Axe, and he's gonna. Okay, what he's gonna do? He's gonna celebrate Ray Fisher
Yeah.
because Ray Fisher was the best thing that ever happened to Zack Snyder Justice League. No joke, and nobody wants to hire him because of the whole controversy.
Mhm.
So of course Zack Snyder's gonna support him, and it's gonna boost him up. His name in the Rebel Moon series is called Blood Axe. You think he's not gonna have the Chronicles of Blood Axe? Of course he is. Come on.
Well, it's very possible. It's very possible.
But I just wait on that. Like,
Yeah, of course we're gonna wait, but you know it's gonna happen.
Well, I don't know.
yeah, it's going. to happen.
it's not a guarantee.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I know.
It's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, but it's gonna happen. So.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Okay. We have to. But I
got to be honest.
for-
I don't
It's
think
not
it's going to
gonna
happen.
happen.
I think he.
Yeah,
torched
that
his-
doesn't- yeah,
I think he torched his career. I don't think there's anyone that's
Well,
going to
no,
really want to work with him.
No, he didn't torch.
No,
his-
he's done other shit.
He's
After.
doing.
I mean,
Women
what-
of the
what has he
Movement.
done?
He's doing
What,
all
that-
that.
He's done
well,
Women
he's
of the
done-
Moment,
Yeah, he
which
did
was
Women of-
huge on ABC. It was
Okay.
huge on ABC.
What movies has he done?
Well, come on, remember that.
The very next movie he's done since the last movie he's done was a Zack Snyder movie. I'm just saying. I think he might have messed up.
He's still early in his career for the movie industry.
That was
He's
his
been
first
on Broadway.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they torch his career,
Yeah, but no,
I-
Chris is right. He has
I
put
think
a
it's
dent
wrong.
in his career because of what he did.
yeah, I hope it's not. I liked him. I really
Yeah.
liked him. I liked him as a cyborg. He was
But you know
great.
how they treat black people in Hollywood. I mean,
Exactly.
come on.
great guy and all, but like that's the thing. It's not a matter of that.
This could revitalize his career after
Sure.
the whole going back forth with
Yes.
Hamada
Sure.
and
Yeah.
yes.
He needs
Definitely.
a big role in a movie like that to be able to do
No,
that. So yeah, I agree.
I think this is
Austin,
this
you're
could, you know
100%
he's going to eat up the screen when he's on it. I think he
Oh, hell
really
yeah.
knows what he's doing. So
He's gonna.
And I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I'm not looking at it like, oh, he only got that part in Rebel Moon because Zach felt like he owed him a favor. No, I think he got it on merit. I think he's a good actor, but I also think he should have shut up. I'm sorry, shut up, dude. Shut up.
No.
Let's put a pin on this conversation, please.
We've had this conversation for a year and a half.
No,
and
I know that's why.
My
That's
stance
why.
has always been the same. I've yelled at the TV. Yeah, shut up, Ray. Ray, shut up. I've done it.
No.
Why would you do that, man?
Because his story kept changing.
Okay.
No, it didn't keep
the
changing.
only Chris, I like everyone's opinion. The only reason I'm putting a pin on is we have other topics, and then that'll get us through the whole.
You're right. No,
history
you're
of
right.
things.
You're right.
And then I'm like, I don't really want to talk about that really now. I'm just happy he's getting more work, and obviously, Zack Snyder It also shows that Zack Snyder was not swayed by all that stuff that he did with WB. He still stands.
Yeah, and
by
I'm
his
not
man.
saying I'm 100% right, but yeah, I'm 100% right. Like I'm just saying.
Did you guys like my hat I got?
I'm very excited to see what he could do next, and I think he's one to watch for, definitely.
And I would love to see him
Chris,
get more
imagine
work
a
because
studio trying to ruin your career.
and I would love to see him get more work. Krypton, let me tell you why.
But
and
imagine
then
a
I'll shut
studio
up.
trying to ruin your career. Trying to.
I would love to see Ray get more work because after watching the Snyder cut, the Joss Whedon cut, I didn't like Cyborg's character at all.
Yeah, me too.
And then when I watched the Snyder cut,
that was
he
his
became my
redemption,
favorite character in the whole Justice League. In that
But
movie.
that's what I'm
He was
saying.
my
For
favorite.
3 years, from 2017 to 2020, he was shit on. Okay.
Me and Brodan said the same thing. Like, wow, they've really worked.
When he
Cyborg's
was proven
amazing.
right, when he was proven right that all the bullshit that happened to him was right, because it was 20 years of Josh Whedon bullshit that all of a sudden showed up. 20 years of that bullshit that he was freaking he was trying to rape the little girls. He was that bullshit, and then it was proven right by all the girls.
Whoa,
yeah, he did
I
that.
didn't dive that far in anything, Krypton. What are you doing,
Dude? They didn't allow Michelle Trachtenberg to be in the same freaking thing with her.
Bring that up.
She was 15 years old. What are you talking about?
So what's the next? I believe it. I just didn't think we talked about it on a PG.
Okay, we have movie topics to talk about. I don't want to go into the history of that. Yeah.
Look at Axel's face. Axel went.
Justin says the guy with the headphones is his favorite. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
There's 3 guys with headphones, man.
Yeah. Who are you talking about? Me?
and a female.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Red. She's got the kitty.
No, I
They're all wearing headphones.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so
I wore earbuds to look good. I try to look good for Max. I try to look good for Max's.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You all look great. What about this? Ahsoka. Oh well.
Ray Stevenson, the Punisher.
Ray Stevenson.
You know why? When I see him, I don't see Punisher. You guys know who I see when I see that guy?
Ron.
Rome.
Not G.I. Joe villain, please.
No,
I see his character in Thor.
He was in Rome, guys. Rome was Game of Thrones.
Rome was
before
awesome.
Game of Thrones.
Rome was awesome.
You know that, right?
Yeah, Rome was awesome.
Well, what do you think of this casting? It says he's going to be a villain. I think he could be a good villain.
Oh, it's going woke.
He's another admiral.
Why is it going woke?
I'm joking.
No, I think he's a great. Everything I've seen him be a villain in, he's been good in.
Okay.
I liked him as Firefly, even though that G.I. Joe movie was bad. He played a great Firefly.
Okay. Wow, Justin really gave some heat in the chat. DCU is lame. Oh man, Justin.
He's right.
The greatest Batman of all time, and who cares if Adam is black? Identity politics are boring. That's all. Good night.
I don't like politics.
No, I don't like politics either. Okay,
no,
so
I'm not bright enough for politics.
Is Justin the one from the? Yeah, I like Justin.
Yeah. So I'm real happy about the casting. I can't wait for Ahsoka. That's one of my most anticipated. I'm actually looking. Are you looking forward to Ahsoka more, or Obi-Wan, or another Star Wars? I'm looking for Ahsoka
Rebel
more.
Man.
I love them both so much, man.
Ryan, Rhea, what do you think? What are you looking forward to more? Obi-Wan, because it's coming up. It's Ewan McGregor. I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka series. I love Rosario Dawson. I love Ahsoka. Perfect match for me. Okay, thanks, Brian.
Way to go, Brian. Thanks, Brian.
I am really excited for Obi-Wan. I love Obi-Wan. He's my favorite Jedi next to Mace Windu. So I'm hoping we might even see some flashbacks with a little bit of like deep fake or some, de-aging magic on Sam Jackson. So yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, cool.
Wait, Ray, your favorite Jedi's who?
Mace Windu.
Obi-Wan and Mace Windu.
Do you want Mace Windu to come back?
Yaddle.
I would love to see some clip, like some flashbacks, and then we can maybe get a Mace Windu series after that.
Oh yeah.
I'm still alive, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That would be great.
He's the most fun Samuel Jackson character.
He comes in
The
with,
snake's
"May
on a
the
plane. He
force
goes off
be
on the.
with you, mother."
He goes off on the
Yes,
Tusken
yes.
Raiders.
That
I'm
would be
tired
great.
of these fucking Tusken Raiders on this
I'm
fucking
tired of
thing. These fucking.
I'm
Yeah, that'd
tired
be great.
of these motherfucking Tusken Raiders.
I love
motherfucker.
Mace, but Obi is also my favorite Jedi. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped.
I like
Dude,
Yaddle.
He's my favorite. He's been my favorite Jedi since I was a kid. People, I remember my friends making fun of me, going, "Your favorite Jedi's the old man."
The only thing I'm not looking forward to is more goddamn sand. I'm so sick of sand in Star Wars.
Why do I have
Yeah,
a feeling we're going to get
I mean,
another
there's only
sand?
4 elements, and you can live on 3 of them. So you know, you got water,
Yeah.
you got earth, and you got
Yeah, but sand is so coarse.
ice. Or no, but that's it. Water and earth.
Wait,
What else? What else do you
Oh,
got?
It gets everywhere. Yeah, that's
yes.
right. It gets everywhere. It gets all over into the.
I like
whole
Qui-Gon. I
series.
do like Qui-Gon.
I love Qui-Gon.
The guy who
Yeah,
couldn't even
how was,
sense Anakin
Hans-
was going to be bad. Yeah, okay.
Hans nailed it. Qui-Gon is the truest Jedi we have ever had because he's
Yeah.
the only Jedi to be calling out the Jedi when they were screwing up in the beginning of the Phantom Menace and all. on
Yeah.
the
I
Fire
know.
Force
Wait,
and
I know
shit.
a Jedi that called out the Jedi besides Qui-Gon.
Anakin,
Hold on to
Yaddle?
your butts.
hold on. To your
Anakin
butts.
called him out every
Anakin,
chance he had.
Yeah, but
did
you know,
kind of, yeah.
Anakin was bad. Yeah,
Anakin was right.
I'm with Hans. Give me.
I
Qui-Gon.
stand with
Qui-Gon.
Anakin Skywalker.
I said when
Oh,
Anakin
dear
Skywalker
God.
too.
Well,
I mean,
Austin,
how?
what about?
How can you be on the council but not given the mantle of master? How can you? I don't get.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would you have turned dark side with the way Anakin was treated? I think I might. I don't know.
Anakin was absolutely a victim. Of
Dude.
course, he would have turned dark. He was a victim.
I don't know if I could kill young.
Like
ones,
if Twitter existed, he would have tweeted like they did, like how Ray Fisher would have done it.
What?
They would love. They
I
would
don't even know what
I
that
don't want.
means,
I
but
don't want to
okay.
see Jedi.
He would have totally done it though. Think about it. He would have been sitting there throwing like subtle shade, be like, "Man, Palps knows what's up."
Right.
Yeah.
Not like the council. You know, this passive aggressive BS. You know?
Hashtag vote for the Senate.
And if you realize that the Jedi Council were
Hashtag going
all
Sith.
old, and then
Hey.
it made sense.
When you realize all the Jedi are virgins,
Yes, and they're all old virgins.
old
Freaking Yoda was like
Except for
800 years
Anakin.
old, and he never hit it.
Oh.
So
no,
okay,
he
here-
got with Yaddle.
Here's a quick topic because it's just reacting to an image. But I'm like,
Did he though?
damn.
I mean, did he? Do we know that for sure? Did he?
Look at this image. Oh, I should show it on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah, he-
that is a good picture
Okay, that
of Moon Knight.
this is epic.
Hold on.
Full
Let
of
me
doubt
get
I
a-
am.
Let me get a bigger screen here. Let me make it bigger.
Giggity.
Here
Because
we
I've
go.
been actually
Look at
not
that.
digging the costume that much.
Oh, that
That's
looks
a great
amazing.
picture. That's a great
Oh,
picture.
Look
now
at-
this is now
look
that
at
is
the-
sex. Right.
Look at the moons on like his his elbow and on the chest there, and I'm pretty sure they're weapons too. Oh my god, this
He
looks
is a
tight.
weapon.
Yeah. What's your reaction, Brian, to this image here from Empire of Moon Knight?
Amazing. Hopefully the show looks like this, but you know,
Unlikely.
it'd be cool.
Come on, it's Oscar Isaacs too. This is going to be
Yeah,
the
I
most.
know.
This
Bro,
is going
Dan
to
and
be.
Tate,
This is
How
my
you know
most
it's Oscar Isaac in
anticipated.
there? It could be somebody
I'm
else.
excited.
Plus
I'm looking
series.
forward to
Bro,
it.
Dan and Tate swerping down that thing he's beating the shit out of in the
Thanks,
corner is a
Elmo.
werewolf.
Oh man, that's trash.
In the
Rhea,
trailer.
what's your thoughts on this? How awesome does this look?
Yeah, I love it. I was a little skeptical about how they would make an all white,
That's why I didn't
uniform
like them.
look cool, but
Yeah.
like now that I see like the textures and the shadows, it actually is visually compelling. So I like it a lot. And the golden white contrast helps a lot too.
Yeah. Okay, we lost Austin. Thanks, Austin, for tuning in. Thanks for being on the panel. I appreciate it. Aaron, what's your thoughts on this?
2 words. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
enough.
Chris,
Yeah.
where does it? Look at this.
This is the first time I've seen it where I went, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, this is the first time.
Yeah,
All
this is the
right.
first time. Well, in the trailers, he looks too clean.
Okay.
You know, for a guy who's out beating the shit out of vampires, getting blood everywhere, or whatever. Werewolf, I just look too. This looks dope right here. This is amazing. That's great.
Dino, discount Mumra. What?
Mumra, he said Mumra.
Mumra from like the
Thundercats.
The Thundercats, Mumra. Thundercats. Yeah, okay.
Axel, what do you
Discount
think? What do you
Mumra.
think of
It
this?
looks badass. I might watch this show. I haven't watched any of the other Marvel shows besides Loki and What If the Show Was Good. But yeah, this looks actually pretty good.
Krypton
And it looks
score.
different from most MCU costumes because
Moon Knight equals Batman plus Legion.
Okay.
You know who Legion is, right?
Yeah. I watched 2 seasons.
It's like,
of it.
it's like Batman plus Legion. That's who Moon Knight is, and I'm excited for it because Legion, that series on FX.
Everyone say hi to Anthony Chabot. Hey, Anthony, we're doing good. How are you, brother?
Was amazing. So I can't wait for a crazy Batman. Basically,
He does have the money and all that stuff.
I love
He's got
the
the Bruce Wayne side.
I love the angle with the mental
the mental
elements.
disorder. Yeah, the multiple. Yeah.
I can't wait to see how Oscar acts with that, dealing with that in his character. Really good.
Yeah, because if you think about it, he is Legion. Legion, had I think it was 24 personalities, and all his 24 personalities have different powers. So he was like the ultimate X-Men, because every personality had a different power.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're really going through the topics tonight because there's a lot going on. Blade Runner 2099, Ridley Scott to produce Amazon Prime sequel series. I was talking, RJ was here earlier before, and this is supposed to be live action, before set 50 years after the 2017 sequel. This will mark the first live action series. Now, this is another loss for WB because WB had a lot to do with 2049. And this is just, what's our thoughts there? First of all, our thoughts on the series. I'm for it. I definitely want Ridley Scott involved. And then is it another potential loss for WB? What do you think, Brian?
It's one of those strike while the iron's hot, and they don't seem to be striking at all. So if someone else makes good on stuff that they missed out on, good for them. Good on Amazon Prime.
This is
dude.
This is Zack Snyder gets Netflix. This is the MonsterVerse was successful. They actually got to Godzilla versus Kong, and now that series is on Apple.
Dude, and they got Lord of the Rings. Amazon got Lord of the Rings. That's a WBIP. What the hell are they doing?
I don't know. That's the one I'm not really. I want to be excited about.
That's a WBIP. Lord of the Rings was WB.
Lord of the Rings is different, actually.
What?
That was New Line. There's New Lines.
But New Line,
it's New Line, but the Amazon series Lord of the Rings is not the same IP as that.
Dude, you can see all the Lord of the Rings movies on WB right now.
No, that's a separate thing.
The contracts, dude. I know
but those movies. Go ahead, Aaron.
Those are different. No, the movies and the Hobbit movies were by New Line Cinema, Warner Bros. But the Amazon series
that was made years ago. Though. The rights go around.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with Warner Bros.
But I know, but they could have bought the rights.
No, Lord of the Rings, the TV series for Amazon. Warner Bros. New Line Cinema never had the rights to that.
That's a good point, Kryptons. But honestly, I don't think WB can afford it because after the Tolkien estate, they wanted a lot more after
Hans
the success.
Hans would know.
After the success of the movies, the price significally went up for this property. Let's be real.
Yes,
you could
going up.
But
before those movies were made,
but Max, do you think they sacrificed it because they have the equivalent with Game of Thrones? You think they sacrificed it because of that?
No, I honestly think that WB is not going to pay that amount of money. Amazon paid a lot of money.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly, Degrassi.
So honestly, they already had. Why would you also fight against your back catalog of movies? They even though New Line made them. They released
I really hope it's good though, man.
Why would they remake their own thing unless it is a Batman or something? So I don't think they. I understand your point of view on that, Kryptons, but I think in this particular case, you'll be fighting against your back movies, which is not a great thing to do. They were very well received, and the price is significant. Let someone else do it for this specific case.
Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
I don't know, Ray, what did you think about the Blade Runner live action series? What are your thoughts on that? Ridley Scott, his involvement, and then is it another potential loss for WB to let another supplemental project go to a competitor?
So, full disclosure, I have not seen any of the Blade Runner movies, so I can't comment on that.
Bye, Rhea. No, I'm just kidding. I have to be fair. I do that to all the guy guests. I had to do. I'm sorry. Ray.
I am not.
I felt so guilty doing that to you.
But there's only been 2 movies though, so it's not that bad. It's only been 2 movies.
Yeah, 2 movies.
Yeah.
I know that there's this, ongoing conversation about which version of the original movie is superior to watch, or the definitive version. So I want to start there. As far as like losing the rights, it does suck. Like, WB stays taking L's, like as we all know. But yeah, no, it's I see this as like Amazon like willing to, they have the money that WB wishes they had to put into these IPs, so I'm hoping that this series and what I see from it will spur me or inspire me to go out and like watch the movies now. Because right now I don't really have too much interest to do it.
Yeah, I get that. You know what? I have to rewatch the first Blade Runner, and I bought big surprise. I bought 2049 on Steelbook, and I never watched it again.
Man, Max, I've had it look, and Mac, our boy Mac. He is a Blade Runner fanatic, okay? And he's so excited about the show, but I got to be honest. Even with all the different versions and cuts, it's a good movie, but my whole life I had it. Oh, Blade Runner! New Star Wars. I'm not a Blade Runner fan, dude. Never have been a Blade Runner fan.
No, it's not my favorite, but I enjoy it. I still have to see the final cut. Yeah.
I've had many a movie ruined.
What IPs do you think that WB, once the merger happens, should focus on?
What IPs?
What IPs? We know they should focus on DC. What's the second and third IP?
I think
Harry
they should have
Potter.
focused on. I think Matrix is a big miss. I think there was a lot of opportunities there for a TV series.
I mean,
but not after this latest one. I think Dune is another big mess. Even though they're making the sequel, there was supposed to be a series.
Dune a mess?
No, Dune was not a mess.
No, not the movie was a mess. That they
the
were
second
going
biggest
to
universe.
They were going to make a series too, and that's
The
not
second biggest
happening now.
universe is Harry Potter. I think
I think
okay.
they're
Mortal
gonna
Kombat
That's what
should be a series.
That's their second universe. They should do a Harry Potter series. They should just go crazy with Harry Potter. That's what I think. They should just go nuts with it.
Yeah, if they do a series.
That's their biggest IP after DC is Harry Potter. And
I
they should go
understand it's an
balls to the
absolute
wall for Harry
juggernaut
Potter.
of a property. I've just never seen a Harry Potter movie before. I don't
What?
know anything
How
about
dare
it.
you? How dare you?
Axel, what about Blade
They're
Runner?
not bad.
Axel, what about Blade Runner? Okay, thank
Oh,
you.
he fell asleep.
Aaron.
Blade Runner put Axel to sleep. Look,
That's about Blade Runner
We just
right there.
said Blade Runner. All we did was said Blade Runner, and this
What
one.
about Dune? What about Dune?
Same thing.
Dune was all right.
Oh, Ryan on that.
Aaron.
Dune was all right. To me, that's
No,
the masterpiece of
Yes, it was.
2021, dude. The
Are you,
masterpiece.
are you happy that there's going to be a Blade Runner live action series?
This is
I heard the anime is really
fine
good.
with
Freya.
it.
This is what
Really
happens
good.
when you talk
Okay.
about Blade Runner. It puts me
Are
to
you-
sleep.
Are you gonna get Ryan Gosling back? Or is he gonna be too busy
I don't
with
know.
Barbie?
I have to read. Well, yeah. Are we hyped for him as?
Oh, there's an
Barbie?
IP. There's an IP Warwick fix.
Or I mean, not him as
focus
Barbie. I mean,
on?
in the Barbie movie, Ken. That would be really. that would be really well.
There's a great IP.
Listen, that Barbie movie is going to break box office records. Mark,
Of course it will.
Margot Robbie.
It's gonna make money. I guarantee you, it's gonna make money.
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna make a lot of money.
As stupid as it sounds, as dumb as it sounds, there are so many people that are going to flock to see that stuff.
Yeah. It
Two
has
Super
Margot Robbie
Pets.
too, man.
Super Pets is gonna make
Ryan
bank.
Gosling.
Just to give the 10
got
minute
Ryan-
warning,
you got Ryan
we are approaching like a 10-minute mark of, and I'm losing topics, and someone's calling my phone.
That's
It's
not
not.
me. My phone's over there. It's
Oh,
probably.
Oh, Retro Bros, call me when I'm on stream.
We'll take the call.
Does he
and
know you're
we'll
on
talk.
stream?
Hold on.
Who's? Hey,
That's your
Hey,
radio.
Retro Bro, I'm on stream, so I'll call you back.
No.
They can hear you. They can hear you. Say hi.
Retro, bro.
All right.
What's
all right.
up?
I think No, he called you on purpose. He does your stream.
Actually, I'm
No,
gonna
I
dip
called-
out. Max,
Okay.
I gotta walk these dogs. They're
That's
one-
all right. We're
the
going to
big
end
one
soon
just
anyway
started,
because I
so
know
anyway.
people have a busy streaming schedule. It's a Friday night. I don't want to keep people too long.
I'll be on the next one, like I promised. I'll be on all of them.
Yeah, I think there was just one more topic I wanted to cover.
Oh wait, I did have one serious question though before I leave.
Yeah.
Like a half an hour ago when we were on the stream, I saw Ray eating. I was just wondering what Ray was eating.
Oh, I was drinking water.
No, you were eating something. You don't
Yeah.
chew water.
Oh, I was chewing gum.
You don't.
I thought she was gonna name some like amazing Puerto Rican dish or something, but no, it's just like water and bubble gum.
I mean, she has. I've seen on Twitter. She sometimes has some really interesting meals she makes. I actually gotta.
Yes, she does.
I have to get some advice on that because I like the way what she shows is very interesting food to me. I'm like, yeah.
All right,
I might need
y'all.
to get help.
Can I ask you guys a question?
No,
I gotta bounce.
Move
You guys
on.
be good.
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Brian,
bye.
stream again soon. Axel, wake the fuck up.
I'm awake.
All right. Yes, Krypton. What's your
Later.
question?
Have you guys had? Okay, I'm in Boston, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have this Korean restaurant called Bonchang,
Okay.
and I just have their fried chicken.
Okay.
My life
It's
is
a
complete.
it's a franchise. Bonchon is
It's a franchise.
yeah, like KFC
Oh, really?
but for Korean
When's
chicken.
the next
Oh,
movie?
that sounds amazing.
When's the
It
next
is.
movie?
I want-
My
man.
life is complete. I'm about to die tomorrow because I just ate the best chicken on the planet today.
You got to go on Brian Master of Noms to talk
Right?
about food. That
Yes.
sounds. I would totally go there if I had opportunity. There's none of those near me. None of those.
Yeah, I saw it on.
Yeah,
I saw it
it's
on
amazing.
TikTok.
It is.
today,
Right?
and
You,
I was
you
like,
co-sign that?
Oh yeah, Krypton. If you had it with like the radish and the kimchi,
I had the.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
it
getting
was
so
like the
hungry.
honey garlic. I just had the honey garlic. I still have half of it right now, and I'm like,
No,
this is like God.
Crazy Joe. I will
God
invite
sent.
you on. I like you, Crazy Joe. Definitely.
He's
yes.
too crazy.
No, I'll
He's just too
invite you
crazy.
on.
He's nuts.
But we're gonna end in like 10 minutes.
He is
so,
nuts.
Did you
Next article.
see? I have a. Well, I'll skip that one. I'll save that one for tomorrow. But there's one more. It's about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Did you see the Splinter gameplay, Rhea?
No, not yet.
Okay. Did
I
you
have,
like
though.
you like the who here likes the old classic TMNT beat 'em ups?
You're
Yeah.
talking about the games, right?
Yeah, there's a new
Yeah.
one
I
coming
remember
up.
Shredder's Revenge. I remember I had that game.
This is a new one. This game isn't
Oh.
out yet. It's reminiscent Krypton of the classics. It's an old,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a new beat 'em up. But now, just think about this. Just not the turtles you get to play as. They announced
Splinter and
April
April.
O'Neil as a playable character. And
What?
now they just released a trailer with Splinter.
What?
If we don't get
Yeah.
Casey Jones, I'm gonna rage though.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
need
we need
Casey
Casey Jones.
Jones. Come on. What's the chances? Over under 50% we get Casey Jones, Rhea.
They better get
I think
Casey
I
Jones.
think over 50%. Please give me.
I
Casey
agree.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still,
55% over.
if they release it and they don't have anything about Casey Jones, I'm going to be so heartbroken. I'm like, I want to play Casey so bad because we
Yeah,
don't get
we
the
need Casey.
supplemental characters in the beat 'em ups. I don't think ever have we.
Yeah, it was only the turtles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it turned out to
I
was.
mean, in the other games, there was a fighting game that had other characters, but
Yeah.
none of the beat 'em ups had any extra characters, as far as I know.
I mean,
Unless there
Turtles
was
in
a
Time,
secret.
man, that was a classic.
Axel, I know you're a young man, young Australian man. Well, boy, no man. I'm sorry, Axel. You're young. You're a young man. Have you ever played the Turtles arcade games?
I played one like a long time ago. It was like a 3D one. It was really fun.
Bye, Axel. Sorry.
That counts. That counts as a game.
That's not. School this fool, Brian. School this fool. He needs to get. Tell him just go play Turtles in Time.
Dude, the original Ninja
Turtles in Time was like the classic
stand-up arcade
Yeah,
game.
Turtles in Time.
Okay.
Arcades.
I pumped quarters into that sumbitch so much.
Yes.
You know what?
I mean,
we'll watch the trailer. We'll do it without audio though.
Oh, there
Brian,
you go.
remember
There you go.
quarters
Yeah,
before
yeah.
tokens? It was
Oh,
always
yeah.
quarters, and then they came with
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, you're right.
Let's watch this trailer. So you didn't see this yet, Ray? Did you? Okay, let's play this. Music off, so I don't get a copyright here. Look at this. Oh, actually, this is a 9-minute. This is on PlayStation. This isn't a trailer. This is just showing action. Splinter. There's this thing. Amazing. Doesn't that great? Those pixels look
Yes.
great.
I used to be. I was always Donatello. I was always Donatello.
I got to figure out when this comes out. I cannot wait for this beat 'em up.
I would always be Mikey because he's a goofball.
Oh, really? I liked Raphael and Leo were my favorites. What's your favorite? You like what?
I like the rat.
Well, this is new, Axel. You think you'll
His
get
name
this
is
game?
Splinter.
No.
No. Oh, you're missing out. Look at this. Pizza time.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
I don't know, Brian. Can you resist getting this? You're gonna have to shell out the dough.
No, I can resist.
God, it makes me want to watch.
It's cool and nostalgic, but like I can't afford stuff.
It better be a physical release. Am I right, Max?
Yes. Rhea. Actually, I know which. If you still can,
I heard
Rhea,
it's
'cause
not
I know
right
you
now.
that you're a new owner of the Evercade. There are carts that are going up in price because Namco collection, you have to import it, and Namco collection they stopped. Like you know how there's the handheld and then there's the Versus, which is the console, Rhea.
Yeah.
Namco doesn't let the license be played on the Versus, and they're not working with Evercade anymore. So that's going to be the rarest carts. So if you're interested, but they might already be up in price. I'm not sure. If I find a link where it's a decent price, I'll send it to you because that is the one to get first. Because also it's one of my favorite carts. I love the Namco arcade classics.
To the internet.
No, I think there's there's 2 volumes, and one of them wasn't even released in the U.S. One was only released in Europe.
Do they still have like arcades like where you're like tapping and everything and hitting the buttons and stuff?
Do I still what?
No, they still have like arcades like on like Dave like what's that Dave
and Buster's? Yeah.
Dave and Buster's. I think that's the only
Yes, they
place
still
you can
have
find
those.
it.
No, some
I still
theaters
go there
have
occasionally.
arcades.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Dave and Buster's. I should go there.
Me too. I love Dave and Buster's, man.
But but you're right. There's really no places where like pure arcade where you just go for the arcade. But if you go to theaters and Dave and Buster's, you'll probably have arcades.
Seth
I remember back in 1984.
Yeah, the 80s.
They used to be just arcades where it was just arcades, and you're like trying to beat Super Mario Brothers. I remember that. I remember it was Super Mario Brothers back in the day.
Well, I almost called you
old.
Seth 1000. Fourth 1000. Seth Rogen is producing a new Turtles movie. That's great. I think he's a perfect fit for the humor and the action.
This makes me want to watch the Michael Bay movies.
Dude,
the Michael Bay movies, they're on Paramount Plus.
I like them.
Dude,
they're fun.
Casey Jones is freaking Green Arrow, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stephen Amell. I was like, dude, that's awesome.
They had a CG Bebop and Rocksteady that was decent.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
And Krang.
And Krang, dude. Those movies were awesome. I'm sorry, you can talk all the shit you want.
I don't know. What's their thoughts on those last 2 Turtles movies? Right?
I liked them. I thought they were good.
They weren't terrible. Yeah, no, they weren't terrible.
Okay. I mean, there was this Shredder was kind of lame in both. I think he was the downside of the both of them. I think he could have been more intimidating, but getting the live action Krang and Bebop Rocksteady.
Oh yeah.
Kryptons, what did you think of those last 2 Turtles movies?
I did not watch them.
They're fun. If your expectations are low, they're fun.
No, but I didn't watch. I didn't watch them for some reason. I don't know why. I should watch them though.
Then watch them.
Well, I mean, if you're not watching them for like nostalgia reasons, I can understand that because I grew up with the 3 Ninja Turtle movies, and I will admit, like the 3rd Turtle movie was awful.
Japan, yeah.
Did anyone ever watch
I
3D animated one?
In my heart, the 3rd one, and yes, I have.
Yeah. I get you, man.
That was one of my. We went to my grandmother's house. That was really. She lived till like 95.
Oh wow.
In Ohio, and when we were there with my dad, Me and my dad rode the bus because he was already having mental problems, and he couldn't drive, so it was fun. It was like a big thing. Me and my dad go on a bus on a Greyhound. We went there, and then we walked everywhere around my grandmother's house. And was like, he's like, all of a sudden, he's like, let's go see that Turtles movie you wanted to see, and that was just a good memory. And then the Turtles in Time video game practically came from that third Turtles movie. I think that third Turtles movie's fun still. I like it.
I still love the third Turtles. I still love it.
Mm-hmm. Axel, have you seen any of the Turtles movies?
I saw the Michael Bay ones, and I saw the animated one of like the 3D anime one.
Mm-hmm.
That came
There
out,
was
like,
one, yes, there was.
Yeah.
Michelle Gellar was April, and I forget who else it was.
No, it was like one about like I don't know gargoyles. I think that's what I remember. I
don't know.
Wasn't
there a show in the 90s? Live action.
You get the final thoughts here, and then we're gonna end this episode of MME because it's Friday night. People got things to do. Pokemons have to be caught.
This is Friday night.
What's that, Axel?
I was about to say Friday night. Tight.
But are you on Saturday already, Axel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just so you know, it's very potentially that me and Enosh are going to collaborate on a Friday night show next Friday on his channel.
Awesome.
We still haven't decided on the title. I wanted to call it Friday Night Fans, bringing the fans back to fandom, talk about everything great in fandom that week.
FNF.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Wait, can we have predictions
of next week?
Of
the show?
Of Monday.
Monday.
You know what's Monday, right?
What?
Huh? Wait, Monday.
Who's going to win a Super Bowl?
No, the February 14th. You know what Monday is? Come on.
It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but what else? What else?
I don't know.
It's Saturday. Come on, February 14th.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think is gonna happen? Because he's gonna come out with something.
Nothing.
I think he might post something on Vero.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
But this is what I'm saying. Don't
and
you think
people
that? It very well could though. Krypton's could be something about Rebel Moon. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Rebel
But
Moon
you know
was
what?
like
I would love. Don't you? This is the whole thing. I just don't get about WB, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just announce Snyder something, right? The moment you announce Snyder something, if they announce it, everybody's gonna watch your damn movies.
Well,
because we don't hate DC. We just want what we want, right? So, like, if you say, okay, this is happening, I'm not gonna not watch. I already got my tickets for the Batman. I'm watching March 3rd at 3:15, the earliest showing, and I'm in the Eastern, so I'm gonna be one of the first people to watch it.
That's great.
I already got my ticket, and I'm not hating on DC, but like, dude, give us everything. I don't mind everything. Give me 5 Batmans. Give me 20 Supermans.
Yeah, I want it all too.
I can watch everything as long as the stories are freaking awesome.
Yeah, give it all.
Give me everything.
Yeah.
Give me everything.
You guys are thinking too much like hardcores. That's the problem. You can't think like hardcores. You have to think like a general audience.
Aaron, but the thing is, Aaron, like, people don't care. People really don't care. Like you got to understand that there's been 40 years of multiverse in DC.
No, more than that.
You know, it's been 40 years of DC.
More than that.
Yeah, way more than that.
More than that. But I'm saying it's been multiverse. Everybody knows about multiverse. And even the general audience knows it's multiverse because we've had 5 Supermans. We've had 5 Batmans. So
you're right. But the difference is you're all having one at the same time. That's gonna make it confusing because the general audience does not read comics. Like if you stretch out for years, it's fine.
I guarantee
I get your point, man, but it all comes down to execution. If
it's all execution,
good,
we don't care, dude. We have a Superman on TV right now, and we have Henry Cavill.
If it's good,
if it's good, it's good. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how many Batman or anything you have.
But look, what you're going to say is, but you're going to be say they come out with another. As example, say they come out with say they come with this Batman movie.
All right,
my cousin, for example, is a general fan. This general fan. Say my cousin sees this Batman movie. He asks him, "Is this Batman movie part of DCU?" Will part of DC? I have to tell him no. I have to explain things, and then he'll say Ben Affleck's Batman comes back. well, and he'll ask me, "Is this Batman part of the DCU?" And I say, "Yes."
Well, that's a good
confusing.
Point.
But Aaron, the thing is, like, why is he gonna ask you? Why is he gonna ask you about the DCEU? He doesn't have. He has no idea about that.
Good points, Krypton and Aaron. But we are ending the show.
Okay,
I do want to go around the block real quick, Brian. What's your thoughts? Is it going to get too confusing, Aaron and Krypton's conversation, or if it's executed well, just give it all to me? What's your thoughts?
Well, it seems like DC's kind of made up their mind as to the direction that they're going to travel, and it looks good and exciting. I think we've established that on this stream, and that's something that's good to look forward to. I don't think here's the question I would refine. Okay, they're not going to. The general audience isn't going to ask about the DCEU. They're going to ask how is this connected to the other movies.
Yeah,
and that is going to be a bit of a problem. We've had a bunch of different Superman and Batman, and that's kind of DC's own cross to bear, as it were. Because, yes, it does introduce all sorts of confusion to people. But the thing is that Marvel has gotten people so ready for this. And I'm talking about just your normal people. Like if I were to go out front right now and go talk to my brother, who doesn't give a rat's ass or know or care about any of this, I think he just watched Man of Steel today. For like the first time ever. So it's like he doesn't know, doesn't care. He just wants to watch these movies and have a good time, throw some popcorn in his face and be done with it. So I agree with both of you. Okay. If they execute it properly, great. But
it can be kind of confusing.
If you're going into it not knowing, or you get out of it going, okay, so how does this connect with other Batman? Is Robert Pattinson the same as Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck was the last Batman I saw. I could see people asking questions like that.
The Marvel. Yes. A lot of people did not read the comics. The MCU got people reading the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still don't really.
Ray, what's your thoughts on their little quick debate there? I say give it all to me. It just really comes down to execution. I think the possibilities are limitless. It just has got to be executed well.
Yeah, I agree with Brian, Master of Nuance. I agree with Max, and I think everyone has some really valid concerns and points that they were making. So yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better.
All right, go check out Rhea. Glimmercast is heating up the YouTubes. Go check out Brian Master None. Check out Aaron and Axel. I think you're the only one that did comment on this. So
So about all this shit about
okay, time for the end of the show. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Aaron.
Yeah. Okay. So about all of this multiverse shit. If you're confused, then just understand it. Learn.
Yes.
It's simple.
That's what people ask
people, and then problem solved. You're not gonna
Yeah, because Max, what's gonna happen when you ask somebody if they're confused?
Well,
I do think nerds, and we're gonna explain it all.
I do think that the general audience is more open to multiverse type content. Just look at the video games coming out. Look at Facebook is now called what? The Metaverse or something. There's a new game coming out. Look at Smash Brothers. They're more apt to all these. Yeah, I think the general audience is prepared enough.
But Max, you always have a nerd. You always have a nerd in
They
your
should
group.
they should know if they're different versions.
But you always have a nerd in your group.
We've already accepted new Batman all the time. It works.
The general audience always has a nerd in their group, and that nerd can explain everything.
Yeah, you always have Krypton's core around. You always have Krypton around. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's where we're going to end the show. Thank you, everyone, for watching, supporting the show. I appreciate all the panelists. Appreciate the chat. We're almost at 2 hours. I think it's a good time. Brian, get a little sleepy. Brian of sleepiness, and I'm
I got to go to bed.
Yeah. That's why we like to keep the show nice and tight. There. I appreciate all support.
Did someone have a Blade Runner?
What's that?
No.
Did someone say Blade Runner?
No, you fall asleep again.
That was a half hour ago.
Yeah.
What are you playing,
Axel?
Axel?
When you talk about Blade Runner, it puts people.
All right. Well, Axel, what are you playing and end the show then, brother? He doesn't want to say.
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what your game you're playing? Okay. Grand Theft Auto?
What I'm playing. I'm playing.
Yeah.
I thought I'm playing a Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And end the show for us. Thanks for tell everyone to subscribe, get me to 1 million subs.
All right, subscribe and become a member of MME. That's Movie Madness and Entertainment.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
So yeah, like, subscribe, become a member, and you can join us like on Discord. You can follow Max on Twitter, and just keep up with the videos and live streams. And yeah, you'll have a good time. And yeah.
Thank you. Wow, such enthusiasm. Bye, everyone.
Bye.